People, we are getting on the show. We are going to get in on the show. We now go itch. No itching because we have a whole heap of things to talk about and a whole heap of things to say. And you know, there's only 24 hours in a day. So we have to do the right thing, innit? We got to do the right thing, yeah? Alright. Let me just frame up this on the screen properly. Let me see how the other one stay. The other one good? Wonderful. Alright. Now, good morning, good day, wherever you actually see this video. My name is Bolo, and I'm a part of the YouTube community. I wouldn't say just here in Jamaica because, you know, this is a global space. But the content over here primarily has to do with what happens, you know, in our government, in our society, in our leadership. Because what they do, it really affects us directly. And it took me a while as a citizen of this country to understand just how much I need to be engaged with the political process of what's going on here in Jamaica. And I encourage anybody, wherever you are in the world, to do the same so that you can maneuver, you know, properly your day-to-day, your month-to-month, your week-to-week, in your own country and in your own community. Now, let me just share this right here. Listen to this.
These are the facts with Andre Williams. For the first 119 days of 2025, a total of 108 civilians have been killed by the police during alleged confrontations. This is a 138% increase compared to the 44 fatal shootings recorded in the same period last year. This marks 5 consecutive years of year-on-year increases in police fatal shootings. If this trend continues, the country risks surpassing the 258 deaths. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, in its 4th quarter report, cites that out of the 189 fatal shootings for that year, 76 took place in planned operations. Of concern, 24 people killed had no gun or weapon on them, and 10 were men with mental illnesses. Body-worn cameras have not featured in any of the planned police operations this year, nor any year prior. Jamaicans for Justice JFJ staged a peaceful protest on Tuesday aimed at spotlighting the escalating crisis of police fatal shootings in Jamaica and demanded accountability, justice, and systemic reform. Through this protest, JFJ called for urgent reform, not to diminish the police force, but to strengthen its alignment with human rights, values, and the rule of law. The facts are, in 2024, INDICOM received 24 rulings for charge by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Of the 24, 9 were for fatal shootings. Among the cases in 2024 is a triple fatal incident which occurred along Windward Road in November. Charges were preferred against the police after CCTV footage provided evidence of 2 police officers allegedly executing 3 men and planting firearms at the scene after claiming a shootout. From 2011 to 2023, only 15 convictions resulted from 118 concluded cases involving state agents investigated by Indicom. The facts are, police fatal shootings by the month are 28 in January and February, 25 in March, and 27 so far in April. These were the facts with Andre Williams. These are the facts with Andre Williams.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll make it clear first because someone must make it clear. So, I'll make it clear first. All right. So, make it go over the facts with myself, all right? Flight Shark, good morning. Blessings to your colleague. Splash teaching.
Williams. For the first 119 days of 2025, a total of 108 civilians have been killed by the police during alleged confrontations.
So, out of 119 days gone, 108. So, almost they are 11 short of unaliving alleged criminal a day. They are 11 short of unaliving. 11, you know, just 11 short of unaliving one Jamaican citizen. And I stress Jamaican citizen because even the criminals are still Jamaican citizens. Want to hear what I say? Alright, let's continue.
This is a 138% increase compared to the 44 fatal shootings recorded in the same period last year.
So, the police force and anti-owners like to boast about the amount of people that have not, the number that have not died. But you're swapping deaths. You're swapping deaths and you're justifying the swapping of deaths. A 138% increase of Jamaican citizens being unalived by the police should alarm any government, but not this one. They actually are standing behind the unalivings, and I'm going to show you a clip after this to prove my point. Listen.
This marks 5 consecutive years of year-on-year increases in police fatal shootings.
So, this is a trend. 5 years now, this trend has increased. So, you can put it down, ladies and gentlemen. Next, if you vote in this party back, well, can we say 300 plus would be unalived next year by the police, because it's going, right now it's on the trajectory easily of 200 plus based off what has happened already. It's been 4 months. Well, let me take that back. It's been 4 months, so we are already on pace for 300 plus, because for the next 4 months they're probably going to do the same amount of unalivings by police. And people say context matters, but Bolo, they're unaliving criminals. They label them as criminals. And does that make it right for them to unalive them? Does it make it right for them to not wear body-worn cameras so we can, not have this conversation about the mistrust that is a legitimate mistrust in the operations of the police, because we have seen and continue to see more abuse by the police on our citizens, and even UK citizens as well. There's a report about a UK citizen. I won't even get into that. You understand? So nobody is safe from abuse from the police force in Jamaica, not even foreigners. And the truth is just the truth. They respect, well, not they. Some of them respect nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. The way out they're operating, it some of them, it really, really is distasteful. But let's continue.
If this trend continues, the country risks surpassing the 258 deaths the Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom,
brother, and if not but now maybe, that the record they are going broke if this continue. You understand? Yeah.
In its 4th quarter report, cites that out of the 189 fatal shootings for that year, 76 took place in planned operations. Of concern,
76 was planned operation. Listen to this.
24 people killed had no gun.
Alright, so 24 people out of 76. That is like, I don't know, a quarter. Yeah, pretty much a quarter. No, 1/3. So 1/3 of those shootings, they didn't have a gun or a knife. How do you warrant that? Isn't that a sign, does not appear to be a sign of use of most extreme excessive force in situations? And them not shoot, they don't shoot to carry people to the hospital. Big up yourself in a splash DG. Them shoot for send people 6 feet deep. Because if you're in our operation, if you guys are that much of sharpshooters, shoot a man in them unarmed foot. Yo, there's ways of to take down people without taking them out. Like, why aren't they focused on training the police to take down people and not take them out? Especially if them don't have a knife or a gun. You see why we need the cameras? The body-worn cameras immediately? Yeah.
Or weapon on them. And 10 were men with mental illnesses.
No, ladies and gentlemen, not even the mental illness safe in Jamaica. 10 of them was mental illness patient. Mighty God.
Body-worn cameras have not featured in any of the planned police operations this year, nor any year prior.
So the body-worn cameras are used on traffic stops, but not in planned operations. And one of the excuses by our Minister of Security is it is going to drop off when they run around. But I can show you several footages of body-worn cameras worn in other international countries, and them are run, them are climb, them are jump, them are swim, cameras still attached same way. So that was an excuse that showed us that y'all just don't want to have the police wear body-worn cameras. And the question is why? Why wouldn't you want them to have body-worn cameras? You, the government, the Minister of Security, and Jonas Aliyu, why wouldn't you want the police to have body-worn cameras? It's very concerning. And I'm a concerned citizen. But let's continue.
Jamaicans for Justice, JFJ, staged a peaceful protest on Tuesday aimed at spotlighting the escalating crisis of police fatal shootings in Jamaica and demanded accountability, justice, and systemic reform. Through this protest, JFJ called for urgent reform, not to diminish the police force, but to strengthen its alignment with human rights, values, and the rule of law. The facts are, in 2024, Indicom received 24 rulings for charge by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Of the 24, 9 were for fatal shootings. Among the cases in 2024 is a triple fatal incident which occurred along Windward Road in November. Charges were preferred against the police after CCTV footage provided evidence of 2 police officers allegedly executing 3 men and planting firearms at the scene after claiming a shootout. From 2011 to 2023, only 15 convictions resulted from 118 concluded cases involving state agents investigated by Indicom.
Hold on. 115 convictions out of 118 cases. So we're saying that we want to increase the convictions and also build back trust in for the citizens of Jamaica in the police. It's a win-win situation, body-worn cameras. Isn't the aim of the police to uphold the law? Huh? What happens when they don't uphold the law? They should be punished just like any other citizens, and I would go even further. They should be punished worse because they took an oath to uphold the law. They swore to uphold the law. So they should be punished worse than a regular citizen. Same thing for the politician them. They should be punished worse than regular citizen for violating the Constitution and the laws of Jamaica. Especially if they're lawmakers. But let's continue. Oh, by the way, he said something here. Yes, the video of the police unaliving the youth, the 3 youth alleged execution style while reporting there was a shootout. This is one of the sore points that does not benefit any argument by the government to support the police not wearing body-worn cameras. You understand? It doesn't help them.
3 men and planting firearms at the scene after claiming a shootout. From 2011 to 2023, only 15 convictions resulted from 118 concluded cases involving state agents investigated by Indicom. The facts are, police fatal shootings by the month are 28 in January and February, 25 in March, and 27 so far in April. These were the facts with Andre Williams.
So big up Andre Williams, Yankee bless Wagwan. Ryan Campbell, salute to you, top of the morning to you, gentlemen. Now, you heard the facts about the situation with Indicom. Let's go to Andre Stevens. Sorry, my bad. I hope yeah, wonderful.
Oh, no, remember.
Listen to this.
But there's going to be an interesting time in this country. A very, very interesting time.
2025.
Because whilst he speak, I said to the people, if you want to know, when a picnic involved in a gun, carry them into the police, If you want to know, when the children name them on the list, because the man literally used the PhD and write. Him use Jamaica as a guinea pig for him PhD, The man used, him confirm it. He said his recent PhD has taught him how to deal with the gun crime in Jamaica. I don't think you hear what I think you hear what I just said, Courtney.
You know what say Andre will stop lying though. Andre, the man could have never said that. His recent PhD taught him how to deal with crime in Jamaica. Who him get the PhD from? And which school him go? Huh? Which school him go? I want if my let me hold my questioning. Let me mighty God. There's so much things coming to my mind right.
The man used the murdering of Jamaican people as his thesis. The man, listen to what him say. Listen to what him say about listen to what him say about criminal and listen to what him say, Jamaica. Listen to this.
I want that message to go out to every little shutter, every little gunman, every little don who thinks that he is anonymous or that communities are going to hide him. Forget it. You think you're going to go across the border and flee to the US? No, we have made very strong strategic relations with our partners internationally. We will find you wherever you are. So we are not going to relent. We're going to continue to push and we're going to drive this murder rate right below the regional average.
The comments from the Prime Minister follow public outcry about an increase in killings by the security forces.
And those people who are only concerned about the criminals and not the victims, we are not going to allow you to win. We're going to push hard. But we are very mindful that the brand of Jamaica cannot be associated with extrajudicial or unlawful killings.
Dr. Holdes was speaking recently at a fundraising event for a scholarship program in East Central St.
So, I just want to play it first on here and then we can go back to it. Because there's a lot to unpack from what he said. Alright? Alright, here we go.
I want
Criminal and listen to what him said, Jamaica. Listen to this.
I want that message to go out to every little shutter, every little gunman, every little don who thinks that he is anonymous or that communities are going to hide him. Forget it. You think you're going to go across the border and flee to the US? No, we have made very strong strategic relations with our partners internationally. We will find you wherever you are.
No, I don't have a problem with the police finding the criminals. Them. I don't have a problem with that, wherever they are. It's what they do when they find them. Do they carry them to court, to justice so they can face the judge? Are the police becoming the judge, the executioner, and God Almighty? That is the problem. But let's continue.
So we are not going to relent. We're going to continue to push, and we're going to drive this murder rate right below the regional average.
Drive the murder rate right below the regional average. Guys, what do you get from that statement? Drive it below the average. I'm just asking. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Vernal, how you doing? Power Tuesday. Keep your fire burning. In argument all over the place. Chaka chaka. And laugh with killing is wrong. UK shout out. Big up yourself, Vernal. Not my word. That's Vernal. Keep those comments coming, ladies and gentlemen.
The comments from the Prime Minister follow public outcry about an increase in killings by the security forces.
And those people...
I went Saturday coming in a chat. I never see her. Splash, did you know something I don't know? After I see Saturday.
who are only concerned about the criminals and not the victims. We are not going to allow you to win.
So, Andrew Ones said that the people that are concerned about only the criminals and not the victims, he's not going to allow them to win. Is this man out of touch with reality, or he just chooses to omit context? Some of the people that we're advocating for are victims. Their families are victims of police extrajudicial unalivings. That means them unalive the youth them wrongfully. Everybody has the right to life. Isaac Buchanan really need to take in program and teach you on course on the Constitution. I will be first in class, sitting up front, listening, because it looked like Andrew Ones, the leader or a so-called leader of Jamaica, is ignorant of the Constitution, is ignorant of the right to life. What kind of statement is this? This is where I have a huge problem. Listen to this.
And those people who are only concerned about the criminals and not the victims.
Sir, some of the criminals are victims too. You didn't know that criminals can be victim? Victim of police that decide that they are the law. Not that they are supposed to uphold the law. You have police that decide that them can't do nothing wrong, them are God Almighty. And only God Almighty alone is that sovereign. No power cannot question God Almighty when God Almighty move his hand. You understand? So what are you talking about? That people are just concerned about the criminals and not the victims. Police are not the only victims. Lloyd, how you doing? Police are not the only victims. Police lose their lives serving this country. Some of them honorably. Some of them really inner things. Right? Them inner corruption. And depends on the level of corruption within there. Hey, these things happen all over the world. So why are you, the Prime Minister, acting as if you don't know the reason why body-worn cameras was a thing in the first place? It's because of all the lies that police told all over the world. Police abuse people sexually. Men, women, girls, boys. It happens, sir. But there's another thing you said here that was very disturbing outside of, making it seem like the people that the criminals, the criminal, and I'm not defending the criminals, I'm saying I'm defending the Constitution. Everybody has the right to life, no matter how bitter that might be for some of you. Even God tells you that vengeance is of the Lord. It's not of the police force. It's not of Andrew Holness. It's not of Dr. or Horace Chang. Vengeance is not yours. Vengeance is of the Lord. And for you to separate yourself from being an animal or a beast, right? A beast-like thinking would be to exact your revenge on the criminals. And it appears with your rhetoric, Andrew Holness, that's what you have mandated the police to do. We have given them this. You and Horace Chang have given them this message, and you have reinforced it here by saying what you just said.
Security forces.
And those people who are only concerned about the criminals and not the victims, we are not going to allow you to win. We're going to push hard. But we are very mindful that the brand of Jamaica cannot be associated with extrajudicial or unlawful killings.
So, the brand of Jamaica cannot be associated with the extrajudicial killings. You notice what he did there? And this is my opinion. What I'm understanding from that is he's concerned about the optics, meaning how it looks. So we cannot have the brand associated. So as long as we can control the narrative, and globally we are not seen as we are just executing people because they are called criminals or because they are labeled criminals, we should be in good stead. That is what I'm hearing from Andrew Holness when he says this. The brand Jamaica cannot be associated with extrajudicial killings. Well, the evidence we would get from the body-worn cameras would either associate us with extrajudicial killings or let the world know that we are serious about eradicating extrajudicial killings from the option of the police, because we would have accountability with body-worn cameras being used properly all the time when on operation. So all the skullduggery could not be done. You ever thought about that? But it's the optics alone you worry about. How it looks internationally. And this is why you guys don't like vloggers. This is why you guys don't like people on the internet that have the freedom to speak and give their opinion and analyze. Right? Because you never know when one of these videos is going to go viral. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get this video viral? I have 54 of you watching. Can you share this with 20 people? Thank you. Let's go.
Dr. Holness was speaking recently at a fundraising event for a scholarship program in East Central.
Hit the like button. So, yeah, in conclusion, it's very, very clear to me what is going on here. And I want you to tell me what you think in the comment section. Your honest opinion about what the Prime Minister is saying. Yes? Yes. Remember, hit the like button going through the door. Hit that like button, man. Now, pleasant day to you, your brother Bolo Vienna. I'm a bit late to the party. Sunday, Portmore was turned upside down. And, there's a lot of speakers that gave valuable contributions to Raymond Price's, gathering in Portmore. But today is about what needs to be said and what needs to be highlighted. Isn't it funny, ladies and gentlemen, that this gentleman right here has more vision than the entire Jamaica Labour Party? I'm going to say that again. This man that is legally blind, I believe, has more vision than the entire Jamaica Labour Party, especially when it comes on to the housing plan that the PMP has in store for us, the Jamaican citizens. Let's read.
Comrade Chairman, Comrade Party Leader and next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Comrade Donna Scott Matley, Comrade Fitz Jackson, Comrade Raymond Price, the next Member of Parliament for East Central St. Catherine, Comrade Your Worship the Mayor, Comrade Dawes and other comrades, stalwarts and warriors and foot soldiers of the People's National Party. The word is love.
Antoinette, good morning.
Comrades, I had to be here tonight to support the Portmore Pines Division.
Yeah, news, big up.
But I also have to come and support my cousin in his bid to be the next Member of Parliament for East Central St. Catherine. And them have to get a beaten.
Hey, the PMP, hey. The woman them nice, man. What a smile, bright.
And they must get a beaten, comrades. Comrades, I have two things that I'm going to say to you tonight.
I forget a bit.
In 2020, in the midst of the pandemic, Andrew Holness called a national election. And this was 1 year before it was constitutionally due. And we see in 2025, when the election is constitutionally due, and we are 5 months outside of the constitutionally due date, and up to now, Andrew Holness can't call it.
No, that is significant. That is very significant. Lord have mercy.
Constitutionally due. And we are 5 months outside of the constitutionally due date. And up to now, Andrew Holness can't call it.
Embarrassing.
And when we used to go to church, them used to sing a song, both at church and primary school, and them say, Andrew in the garden, hiding, hiding, hiding. Andrew in the garden, hiding, hiding from Market. Andrew, where art thou? Andrew, where art thou?
He needs some milk.
But I tell you, Andrew, if you call it in May, you go and get a beating.
Yes.
If you call it in June, you go and get a beating.
Yes.
If you call it in July, you go and get a beating.
Yes.
If you call it in August, you go and get a beating. And if you call it in September, we go and give you a political backsliding, comrades.
Backsliding. Long time takes to call it.
Comrades.
Backsliding no more get.
The next thing
Remember good.
that I want to point out to you is that in 2022, our comrade leader said to me that him going to assign me the portfolio of housing and sustainable living.
Listen to this.
And him say your mandate is to ensure that you come up with affordable housing for the people of Jamaica. And I said to work with my team, and by 2025 You see the leader come to parliament and he makes some outstanding announcement where housing is concerned. And him tell you what we going to do in transforming the housing sector in Jamaica. And we going to juke them with 50,000 houses that will be built across Jamaica. We going to juke them with the rent to buy. We are ordinary workers, household helpers, dressmakers, chauffeurs can rent a house from the NHD, and over time we're going to convert that rent into mortgage because the PNP say it is better for you to pay mortgage than to pay rent for a house, because we say that houses must be owned by the people of Jamaica.
Time come. Some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
Why, Bolo? Some are going to charge the corruption.
Time come. Some are got charged for corruption.
Yeah, man.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Hey, you tell us every day I have to clip up that part there.
And we say that we are going to be providing a housing grant for $500,000 for young people to be able to pay the deposit for their houses. $500,000 for the young people to pay the deposit for their houses.
No stolen.
That is the work of a progressive leader and the work of a progressive party, the People's National Party.
Of course.
And we say we're going to roll out the push upon them to make sure that we improve the sidewalks. We're going to tear down the zinc fences. We're going to give title to the people. And as I close, Comrade Keisha, Comrade, my comrade cousin invited me over here the other day to talk with the groomsmen over by Caymanas and the people them down at Bangarang. And after me leave, I have a consultation with the team. I say to them, don't worry in East Central St. Catherine, because you will be a beneficiary from the 50,000 houses that will be built by the Mark Golding-led administration over the next 5 years. And I say to the groomsmen, don't you worry, because we have heard your cry and you will be included. I say to you, give us Raymond Price and the People's National Party and everything will be all right. One love, comrades. God bless you as we look forward to a victory for the People's National Party and a new Prime Minister in Mark Jefferson Golding. One love.
No, me have to ring the housing plan in our people them tears, you know. You understand that me I deal with, because it's something for we get excited about. It's something that is tangible. Talk about giving back to the people of Jamaica in a tangible way. Not giving them handouts. Right? That's not a handout. When you use our own funds to benefit us in our long-term way, like more of us owning houses, our own house. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. If you are somebody that is a dressmaker, if you are somebody that does content creation full time, somebody who can't go bank or go get a statement, go get a loan and them something there, the man them is going to facilitate you. You have the rent to own. Come on, man. The rent to own. They have done something for everybody. They are truly the People's National Party. Truly the People's National Party.
In a couple of months.
You understand what I say? Truly the People's National Party. When I really look back every time on the housing plan that they have, they left no stones unturned. Everybody can benefit from it. You're young, you benefit. There's an entrepreneur, you know, most people in it is an entrepreneur, them there in the street, them also, them have them businesses, right? One man army, one woman army, but them get it done. So the rent to owner that fit them. You can't now it's possible to have 3 or 4 people that was within one household, right? Where all of them can own their own house over a period of time. Young, you know, it don't matter. It doesn't matter what age. So we have to champion those things. Now, the general, splash digi general, the doctor himself, Mr. Alfred Das, him come bring the fire, you see me? I have to make sure say we highlight the fire because that is here serious.
Comrade leader of the opposition, because when we are introducing him after September, it will be Comrade Prime Minister Mark Jefferson Golding.
That is it.
Comrade Price, members, distinguished members of the platform, my time is limited. I hear that I'm not a 2-minute man, but I can't go more than 3 minutes. So, Comrade warriors, workers, foot soldiers, good evening. I'm just going straight into it.
Vernal, me say, what about Bangarang?
Having your first job mean that you're born into something. That mean my political navel string buried in East Central St. Catherine. When I work with Comrade Price as his campaign manager in the last general election, and I work with some wonderful people who I know are going to help to take it home this time around. Comrades, there's more than one reason why East Central needs to win. I know that my team in Southeast are going to run with the overgrown man. And we're going to win by a landslide. I'm promising you that, Mr. Prime Minister. But you need to take home East Central because we need to form the government. Because we need to run with these people who take Jamaican people and Portmore people for fool. They looked at Portmore and said they have $4.4 billion to spend. Rather than fix the sewage system so that when you flush the toilet, things go down instead of going up. Before them fix the water, so when you get splashed, you can actually take a shower when you know water in your pipes on a regular basis.
Embarrassing.
When you can go outside and mosquito and kill you. When you can drive on decent roads. They ignored all of that and said that they're going to put the 4.4 billion in a park.
Why me I tell you? Why me don't know ya, man? What's wrong with the government there now?
No, we say we don't have nothing against a park, but priorities, comrades. And unless them have $1 billion worth of mosquito net over that park, I don't know who's going to go out there if them not fix the sewage problem and the stagnant water problem.
Like the man said, priorities. I mean, I have to believe at that point because it's just embarrassing. And me, I wonder if them not embarrassed. If them barefacey, man, you go build park and you have mosquito problem. Somebody make that make sense, brother.
Hey, who mess is this?
Andrew Owners and the government. Why?
But this is the government that we're dealing with. This is the government that tells us that health is in the best state ever. When people are lying on the floors, benches, when they're wasting $25 billion at Cornwall and open one little room and have a big ribbon cutting ceremony. I have concrete evidence that Cornwall will not open till next year because I toured on a bare concrete that Cornwall.
Only hear that? This is the shadow minister of health, you know. I tell you, say Cornwall now ready till next year. And he might go a step further.
Comrades, I wasn't going to talk about it tonight, but I must hear about the drill. The $31 million drill that I found online for about 10 million or less. And nobody can explain why the drill costs 20 million more than what it should. I was going to let it slide. It's over a week now I don't talk about the drill. But I see them gone on a media tour talking about how the drill going to save lives and PNP fighting against an instrument that going to save lives.
Yeah, I saw that video on Andre Stevenson where they were highlighting all the things that the drill could do and all of this. That's fine and good, but it costing $20+ million more than it needed to. It's a gross inadequacy. It's a damn travesty and borderline corruption. Borderline corruption.
Them even go further and tell Lion me that I was okay in the meeting. I never said I was satisfied. I said I see you wanna do it.
Yeah, man, it works.
Because I saw the corruption in the process. And I see the minister jumping in at the forefront defending this drill. And I'm going to say tonight, since he is at the forefront, minister, if you release the full procurement documents to the public so they can see that drill, if it really costs $31 million, then I will take off my political hat. I will take off my political shirt. I will dress up in sackcloth and ashes and go in the middle of Halfway Tree Square and apologize. But if you cannot do it because you know that it does not cost anywhere $31 million, then keep hiding it. Because when the People's National Party win the next general election, when I am the next Minister of Health by the grace of the Prime Minister, the Jamaican people will see once and for all the level of corruption that exists in the Ministry of Health, because I will release those documents to the public. Comrades, this is an election that we are fighting for the soul of Jamaica. So put on your shoes, put on your orange shirt, lace up, grab a bottle of water, walk street by street, lane by lane, cluster by cluster, division by division, and ensure that Comrade Price is in the winning column with East Central St. Catherine Comrade on the night of the election. Comrade, the word is love.
People, we can't wait for Dr. Alfred Dawes to become the Minister of Health. Because you see all of them money there and them inconsistency there and some of them programs there where them are run in the healthcare system. We want all of it to be unveiled. Lift up the skirt of all of it and unveil it. One Dr. Alfred Dawes. Make sure so on blaze up the fire emoji in our chat feed. Hit the like button and share the live. Alright? Yeah, man. This drill business, brother, may I tell you, is a yo. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. That is the tip of the avalanche. Alright, you know, you were Mark G said.
Time come. Some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Why, Bolo? Some of the charge the corruption.
When the time come, some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Yo, I have people, so I got move on to the man himself, you know. Mark Jefferson Golden in Portmore. I'll be telling you, say we have to deal with the we can't do everything, you know. So I'm kind of behind on that one there, but I tell you, Marky G, hand it to them, bitch. Let's hear it. Remember to share the live. Remember to like up the live. You understand? Get it out there. Welcome to all of my new subs, them, you know. Welcome to all of my new subs, them. Guys, if you want to join the WhatsApp group, the WhatsApp number is right there on the screen. You understand what I say? And you know, say some people, I look me and I say, boy, you know, I see how the thing I'm in a want, leprechaun want go on. I see how the thing I'm in a want to call in, you know. Because I don't want to break your vibe, but sometimes you call in and talk for y'all 1 minute and drop a message. Trust me. Just a minute or two. Not too wrong with that. You're not gonna mess up the reaction too much. As a matter of fact, some of you guys contribute well to the program when you do so, and it bring a little bit of spice to it. So we encourage it. We can call in and do it quickly. 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes. Yeah man, that's not bad. Can make a point in a 2 minutes, that's not bad. Trust me. Cause it's all about you the people, you know. And we the people at the end of the day. Feeling me I deal with why we are here highlighting these things is because we know say you that is watching us, right? The vloggers them. You call it for regular and you talk to it behind the scenes. And you make we know how to go through in our community. You understand what I deal with? And me I tell you, sometimes me sit down and me think about some of the conversation them I have with you guys. And sometimes it kind of get emotional, me not gonna lie. Feel me I deal with? And that's why, Virgin, we can't make no mistake, no distraction. You understand what I say? As my general Yankee Blessed, I said, no distraction, Virgin. This upcoming election, leading up to it, you have to stay sharp, you have to stay vigilant, you have to cover on yourself, cover on the picnic. Feel me I deal with? Try stereotype police them way. You understand? Yeah, no joke.
Pull it up. Comrade Keisha Lewis, chairing this meeting. Comrade Fix Jackson, portfolio spokesperson for Portmore. Senator Donna Scott Matley, Denise Daly MP, Worship the Mayor Leon Thomas, Worship the Mayor Andrew Swaby, Comrade Alfred Dawes, next MP for Southeast St. Catherine. All of the councillors on the platform, candidates on the platform, enough respect. President of the Women's Movement, Patricia Duncan Sutherland, Senator Floyd Morris, spokesperson for Housing and Sustainable Living. And the man of the moment, your next MP for East Central St. Catherine, Comrade Raymond Price. Big up yourself. Comrades, in Raymond Price, you have a candidate who's a very brilliant and articulate man. He's a man who is committed to the upliftment of Jamaica and to the upliftment of the people of East Central St. Catherine. He's a man who is working hard to secure your confidence and trust so that you will feel that he's well deserving of becoming your member of parliament. When he ran in 2020, after Andrew Holness called the election in the middle of the COVID pandemic, and many of our voters were reluctant to come up and line up and go into any polling station to vote. He wasn't first past the post then. But he did not run and leave. He stayed in East Central and he continued to work. And he continued to prove to you that he is worthy of your support. And I'm going to ask you tonight, are you ready for Raymond Price to be the Member of Parliament of East Central St. Catherine? You sound like you're ready. And comrades, it is very important that we put our shoulders to the wheel and do the necessary work on the ground to secure that victory. We want East Central St. Catherine back again in the column of the People's National Party. I want Raymond Price to be available to me when we form government and to be sitting in the House of Representatives in Garden House. Comrades, elections are upon us. Jamaica has been waiting for the opportunity to send the signal that the people want change. They are tired of a Jamaica Labour Party government that has failed the country in so many crucial respects. First and foremost, they have proven themselves to be not worthy of the trust of the people. From top to bottom, we have an administration with a track record of corruption, nepotism, and cronyism. We have a prime minister of the country who whose integrity commission declarations cannot be certified, and he is not in good standing with the country's anti-corruption agency, the Integrity Commission. That alone is a disqualifying factor, preventing him from being eligible to ask for a third term. The man has even taken the Integrity Commission to court, having passed the legislation which I brought to Parliament originally, as the Integrity Commission bill, took it through a joint select committee, a rigorous examination. Then there was an election and there was a change of government, and the legislation was passed by his administration. It is under his watch that the commissioners were appointed and all of the senior directors. He gave them glowing recommendations in their annual reports.
Yes.
But when it was found out that he was under investigation for the corruption offense of illicit enrichment, and when after a long investigation they were not given all the information that they needed to finalize their report, and recommended that the matter be referred to an anti-crime agency, the Financial Investigations Division, and to the tax agency of the country, Tax Administration Jamaica, he has taken the Integrity Commission to court, seeking to obliterate the corruption offense of illicit enrichment and to undermine the legislation itself, which creates the Integrity Commission.
He needs some milk.
Damian Crawford would say, what can go so? Comrades, they have also failed in the health system. And Alfred Dawes has told you tonight what the woe is faced by those who have to interface with the public health system. The long waiting times without a bed, the uncomfortable conditions, the cost of all the diagnostic tests which are being outsourced to the private sector because the basic equipment is not being properly maintained in the public health system. Basic things, elevators, air conditioning units, CAT scan machines, etc., are neither not working or are not available to the people. And when we form government, we will fix those things. It won't happen overnight, but we recognize that the role of the public health system is to inspire confidence in the people and in those who visit our shores, that if they get sick, they can go to a public health facility and receive a good standard of care within a reasonable period of time. And we are committed to ensuring that that is so. They have failed the country in the area of education. We have a situation where our primary school children who are leaving and going into secondary school, over 3 out of 10, over 30% of them cannot read and write.
Help. We hear the rhetoric. We need your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor right.
Cannot do basic arithmetic. Cannot understand basic passages written in plain English. That is a recipe for disaster for the country. That is going to impede and prejudice the development of our nation. We have to fix that by making the necessary investments in early childhood and primary education to raise standards above the board. Our children are bright, but they're not getting the necessary inputs. There's too much absenteeism. Too many children are not going to school 5 days a week because their parents are struggling to find bus fare and lunch money. We are committed to ensuring that all needy children get at least one hot meal per day when they attend school. And when the economy improves, we are going to extend that to include breakfast as well. We are also committed to providing a transportation subsidy to children in rural Jamaica who have to find large sums of money each week just to get to school and come back, and many of their parents don't have it. And we are going to provide, under the RIDE program, a subsidy to help them to get to school and back, starting with 20,000 children and building from there, because we believe that education is the antidote to intergenerational poverty, and it is a role of the state to ensure that Jamaicans can move forward to a better future. They have failed in the area of national security. For 9 years, we had a situation where the murder rate had gone up way beyond where we left it when we left office in 2016. They decided to deploy states of emergency like a routine policing tool. They've called too numerous to even mention here or to record states of emergency in the period that they've been in office. And even while they were deploying that tactic, which we feel is an unconstitutional abuse of the facility of a state of emergency, which is there to prevent the subversion of the state, not as a way of routine policing, scraping up thousands of youngsters, putting them into detention with no right of access to the court. Many of them being criminalized by their experience in there, losing their jobs if they had them. And we have said no. That is net fishing. That is discriminatory. That is ineffective. You're not preparing any cases for prosecution. You're not holding anybody ultimately accountable for wrongdoing. We have said you need to focus on the wrongdoers. And you need to put the tools in the hands of the police force and deploy a strategy focusing on that to reduce crime in this country. And I want to big up the police and the Commissioner of Police for the recent successes that we are seeing in the reduction of the murder rate.
When I lie, still when me hear Mark G say this, my heart kinda, I said, John, no, Mark G. But then context matter. Let's listen.
We support the police and law enforcement in making Jamaica a safer place. And we acknowledge the excellent work that is being done in that regard. And it is because we believe in the importance of a strong police force and believe in the importance of good relationships between the police and the population that they serve. That is why we say body-worn cameras must become the norm when police are going on special operations.
That right there. That right there is the difference between Mark Bowling. Well, one of the big differences between Mark Bowling-led administration and the Prime Minister currently of Jamaica. Have you guys heard the Prime Minister said that he advocates for body-worn cameras? Have you guys heard that? If any of you have heard the Prime Minister in his speech said, yes, we support body-worn cameras, please let me know, because I have not seen it or heard it. Have you guys paid attention to that? We already heard what Horace Chang said enough. But have you heard Andrew Ones take a strong stance in support of body-worn cameras? Or any stance at all as firm as he took a stance with everything the police is already doing, the way how they're doing it? More here from in the comment section, you know. Right now, you know. Have you guys heard it? Let me know.
There must be accountability for what happens. It is to protect the people and to protect the police, so that nobody can say that when force was used in legitimate circumstances that it should not have been used. And on the other hand, it is a good disincentive to abuse of power.
You notice the wording? It's a good disincentive to abuse of power. What does disincentive mean? Let's go there. Disincentive. Disincentive. Incentive would mean disincentive. Meaning disincentive, a factor, especially a financial advantage that discourage a particular action. Alright, so the body-worn cameras would discourage the abuse of power. That is exactly what Mark Bowling is saying. Just like a area that is properly lit would disincentivize criminals to go and rob the area. An area that is properly protected by security and police would disincentivize criminals from going to commit any sort of crime in that area. Let's play that back.
It is to protect the people and to protect the police, so that nobody can say that when force was used in legitimate circumstances that it should not have been used. And on the other hand, it is a good disincentive to abuse of power. And this is why we support the police, why we support the body-worn cameras.
Ding, 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 ding. This is a man that is in tune with the reality of things. This is a man that is intelligent. This is a man that is a wise leader. This is a man that is a leader with integrity, that wants integrity to be upheld. All across the board. This is a man that is shooting for accountability all across the board. The body-worn cameras will hold the police accountable. How you doing, Carl Carty? May I tell you, man, give thanks to Jah. It's me again, Jah. As I call my knees to pray. Yeah. Beautiful rainfall this morning. I know beautiful sunshine and shine. What more can you ask for? Yeah, so if you give thanks, you still have the ability to take in the wonderful consciousness of the Most High, because it's not just here now, it's the Lord's consciousness. You know what I mean?
We also believe in the unexplained wealth orders that this government had committed to in the agreement which set up CMOC, the Crime Monitoring and Oversight Committee, and which they have reneged on. And it is an important tool in the anti-corruption arsenal. And we will introduce it when we form government, so that those who engage in hanky-panky can be held accountable for their wrongdoing. Especially those who have multiple bank accounts and other things that indicate that all is well in the state of Jamaica.
It's
when the time come, some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Why, Bolo? Some are got charged for corruption.
When the time come, some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
Let them know, man.
Time come. Some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
No, to be honest with you guys, at first I watch this, this is the first time I'm watching the full speech. I not even know say I write the sound bite there, but we done clip it up already from Andre. Andre part there, and I say, whoa, Bolo! So I look a sound bite that to me clip up, you know? Yeah, man, I hit at a road now, man.
When the right time come, and it soon come, because time come.
You hear that? Remember.
So yes, my people, we're going to have a lot of work to do.
You know, so me have got people
Catch me corrupt. Well, who have multiple bank accounts and other things that indicate that all is well in the state of Jamaica. Time come.
Hey.
Some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
Hey.
When the
me say, Marco did a fire so serious rocket launcher. And not even bullet them a fire. A so serious rocket launcher. The man a tell them saying no brethren. When I and I winning, if you in a corruption dog, me gonna suffer, because we are adding everything and we are lock up, and conflict, When the right time coming up, them are got charged for corruption.
right time come, and it soon come, because time come.
Remember that.
So yes, my people, we're going to have a lot of work to do. And this government has failed in its core promise of delivering economic growth to increase the wealth of the nation. They have not succeeded in having even 3% annual growth in the 9 years that they have been in power, despite the Prime Minister having created a Ministry of Economic Growth with half of the agencies of government, including the most important and powerful ones in that ministry, with him being the minister. It has been an absolute failure. Even before COVID, in the year prior to COVID hitting Jamaica, we had virtually 0% growth. And it is going to get worse now, comrades, when we see what is happening internationally, when we see the issues of the tariffs and the reaction of other countries to this new regime of tariffs, and all that is going to result from that, Jamaica needs to be prepared. We're all going to have to pull together. We're all going to have to help out each other. And we're going to need a government that has the people's interests at heart and that cares for the people. And it is not about choosing themselves, but it's about choosing the people. And that is why I say, them can't choose Jamaica as their slogan, because the Jamaican people now choose them.
Remember that. Tell them the market.
So people, we are in a historic time. And the end of this regime is coming. Just this week, Jamaica was demoted and relegated in terms of free speech and freedom of the press. And it is as a result of how they deal with the matter of freedoms in this country. It is the People's National Party that has stood up and defended the people in opposition from the breach and taking away of their constitutional rights. We had to take them to court for the NID situation, and we won the case. We had to take them to court when they were trying to pay fast and loose with the Constitution in relation to the extension of the tenure of the Director of Public Prosecutions, and that matter is not yet over. And we've had to take them to court to ensure that the gerrymandering rubbish that Warmington exposed by running his mouth on a platform, which is a blatant abuse of the Constitution, trying to create boundaries for our new parish that would disenfranchise and push out of this constituency several communities which basically strongly support the People's National Party. We had to take them to court for that too. And I want to big up Comrade Fitz Jackson as my spokesperson for Portmore for standing with me on that matter and for the clever tactical use of the courts and the parliament to ensure that exercising undermining democracy and violating constitutional principles had what was brought to a screeching halt. So comrades, I say to you tonight, we are on a mission. We are on a mission to restore decency, trust, and confidence in the government of the country. We are on a mission to create an education sector and a training system that can produce a productive Jamaica that can attract high levels of investment, that will create good paying jobs and opportunities for our people right here at home. We are on a mission to create a health system which focuses on providing decent health care in decent surroundings and preventive screening for the killers of the people, cancer, hypertension, which is pressure, diabetes, which is sugar, and reducing the toll that those diseases are wreaking on our people by screening for it early so we can nip it in the bud. We are on a mission to save Jamaica. Comrades, are you on that mission with me? Are you on that mission to save Jamaica? Are you on a mission to ensure that we get 3 seats in Portmore? Are you on a mission to ensure that Raymond Price comes to Parliament in the House of Representatives as your Member of Parliament for East Central St. Catherine? You sound like you're ready. And so I close by saying, power to the people, power to the people, power to the people, I say. One love, comrades. The word is love. God bless you all.
People, when you're ready, when you're ready, when you're ready, when you're ready, yeah, the man, one market, you know, you don't really have much to say on that when you hear market, you attack, feel me, I deal with. But obviously, what stood out in this speech was when you say, them I go charge with corruption. No, I only learned this on Andre's TV for sure. And I'm going to always forever give credit to who should be get the credit. The man said, what he heard is that the Auditor General has a report coming out that is going to be the biggest bombshell of a report that has ever come down, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be damning. That is what Andre is saying. So when me and market just express the right time come, them go charge for corruption. People, they could wait and see it go and wait and forward. But brace on yourself here. Yeah man, and hey, me tell you something. All I know you watch me right now. So my number up on the screen. Anytime you wanna see the article, put out and the information put out about the Auditor General, I want to make sure so they link me immediately. You guys are my eyes and my ears. Alright? Yeah. Yeah. So just do the right thing. If me no bucky fuss, I want to make sure so they link me. See? Alright. One market G. You remember good when the right time come, them go charge for corruption. Hey! Them are going to charge for corruption. Hit the like button, people. Share the life. Alright? Can we get to 100 likes? I don't know. Can we? Alright. Now, last but certainly not least, the teacher. The teacher. One, Damian Crawford, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I didn't listen to this speech either. I heard a snippet of the speech, maybe 30 seconds. And I say, you know what? Let me come examine what I go on. So, I could get into it now without any further ado. Like and share the video, subscribe to the platform, hit the like button, click all when you subscribe so you can get all notifications. Or you can reach out to me via WhatsApp on the number on your screen that's running across right there. Let's go.
Comrades on the platform, what can go so? I want to recognize these comrades on the platform, in particular the councillors who ran in the last election. We are where we are today because the councillor candidates stayed on the ground despite the multiple postponements of the last election. I don't believe enough credit is being given to the turmoil that they went through and the commitment that they showed to the People's National Party. I like to look at what was the situation before and after an occurrence. Before the councillors took the ground.
Why making this sort of special projects?
We only won 14 seats. And after they took the ground, we are in line to win 40 seats. I therefore am grateful for the efforts of the council. To you, the comrades who stuck with us at our lowest, who never afraid to wear your orange, who never afraid to show up to conference, who never afraid to talk at the bar, to talk in the taxi, to talk at the bus stop, who continue to believe that better must come and better is possible. We will never forget that you took us to where we are to be in line for government whenever Andrew Holness called the election. I want to pick up the candidates for this election. I see Anova being represented. I hear that is too low. Are the two? I see Sentan represented. It might be 4 love. At best 3-1. I see, of course, the boss from Manchester. Not my boss, because this is the president, the Senate leader. Hey, by the way, you can't come and say, come hold me. Hey, you have a kid with lick man sometime. You have hold me back sometime. Stop encouraging. Why? I just beat at me. Like that teacher, I just beat me. But respect to the next member of parliament for Central. Listen, Central need to come back to where it belongs. And there's a man in a selfish, I want to hear my name 2 times in a parliament. One Crawford. And his name is Crawford. I don't want to hear no more Crawford. We don't know how to vote. Yeah, we don't want other Crawford. Yeah. One real Crawford. But I don't want to call them, I don't say nothing. And Peter Bunting, the leader of the Senate, organizing our activity and making sure that the fight is carried on Friday. Now, I see JP carry out a DJ. I'm a brethren near Vegas. But if you want, listen, I'm not quite in Vegas because if you want to be a liberal, you can be a liberal. But there's one thing that we must recognize is that the PMP is better. If the GLP bring Vegas, I mean not this Vegas. But the PMP bring Buju. The PMP build cartel. The PMP, there's no comparison. Everybody. When cartel came to conference, Mr. JP must have to go back and raise Bob Marley. He said, come with you. Well, if I saw the election of a decide, yes, sir. Then we know win. Who don't win? But I now focus on freedom artists. I focus on our artist Cartel. Because Cartel keep a party called Freedom Street. And tonight me I make a speech called Freedom Speech. Now there's 3 types of freedom. The first freedom is the freedom to dream. That is God-given. Anything God gives, no one can take away. That's why even a slave could dream that he was free. That's why even the poor can dream that he own a private jet. Because that freedom to dream is God-given. The second freedom is the freedom to be. And that is God-desired. That freedom to be was what was taken away when you were a slave. You couldn't be anything you want to be because you were not free to be. And the third freedom is the freedom to achieve. And that's God-pleasing. This election is about the third freedom. Because we were already free to dream. And with the ending of slavery, we were free to be. But when Bob said emancipate yourself, it is because we were as the PNP, so that you are free to achieve. The first thing is infrastructure through roads. Now enough people underestimate the value of roads because them feel that does the comfort and when me in the taxi me back hurt me. But understand, say, without good roads, if your house are burned down, the fire truck take long for reach if it can reach. By the time the fire truck come, you lose your house, your asset. If you get a stroke, God forbid, by the time the ambulance come, and if there's no ambulance by the time the taxi reach, you might have crippled if you're not dead. That is the importance of roads. But understand that if you have a house that is hard to reach, the value go down. Because no one now go on the land or the house is hard to reach. And so the importance of infrastructure brings that freedom to achieve. And I see Labour right now say that them have fixed 2 roads in every constituency before September. I hear they're doing 4 in Northeast. But in Northeast, in Central, in any constituency you think of, there is at least 30 road office. Maybe more. And I have a man running against me who take a video of these roads in my constituency and say, I'm going to ask Andrew. That is his solution. I'm going to ask Andrew to fix it. But if Andrew now fix Fim Road, oh, Andrew will fix that road. So the first freedom is that freedom to have infrastructure. Because if you don't have that infrastructure, it makes it difficult for you to achieve. The second freedom comes through education to achieve. Now everybody knows that the PNP is the education party. And when I was sitting there today, I don't know if it's the devil or it's God, but Comrade Bunting reported to me that the JTA president said in an effort to go on like they're fair, they can't trust none of the 2 parties. On what basis you gonna negotiate with government and government tell you a lie? How me getting it? What can go so? But there are some people who tries to sell themselves as non-aligned. And in trying to sell themselves as non-aligned, when dog bite them, them beat puss. When puss never they nowhere at all. If there's anybody fighting for the teachers at this time.
Embarrassing.
Forever Young's Mother's Day promotion is on now.
Embarrassing.
He
needs some milk.
This Mother's Day only, get a free cap with any purchase in store. Hurrying to Forever Young at Shop 11 Manchester Shopping Centre, Mandeville. Don't miss out.
Hi everyone, so we're here today in Montego Bay, Fairview. What's happening is we have Dollar out there giving away.
It is the opposition He might not know because he didn't come to my speech. He came to the minister's speech. So if he wanted to lick both, he should have attended both. And with all the fight when me a fight, to go on like the truth don't matter. The man said, he can just know. Well, the teachers know. Because me a teacher too. So I was the one who bring most of these things to light. So if you feel like you never want lick labor right alone, then no say nothing. But it hurt my heart with the effort that I have placed to defend the teachers. But I wondered to myself, why labor right hate education so much? Remember they said they never see scholarship, they only see sugar ship. Remember them say selfish over education. Remember them say education can yam. Why labor right hate education so much? And it is because it is the only route that the poor can take. It's not education they hate, it's the poor. That is why they treat teachers in this way. Because an industry, a profession for the poor, have always been teaching. If you check the first degree of a poor family, 90% of the time, the first degree was a teaching degree. And that might be why they decide to act as if they are unworthy of respect. I had a conversation with someone yesterday. I said to them, why should the teachers pay to be registered? Why should they pay for professional development? He said he doesn't have a problem with the government paying if the government can afford it. So therefore, there is no consideration about if the teacher can afford it. But the only way the government should pay is if the government can afford it. So somebody who have 1.2 trillion, you are going to wonder if he broke. And somebody will only get 2 million, you are going to force him to pay. What can go on? And the other reason the teachers are worried is because you say anybody can report the teacher. And when the teacher hire a lawyer and them say the teacher not guilty, the teacher still have the cost of a lawyer. So if you go in front of a committee and them say, oh, you were perfect, but you still owe $1 million because you hired a lawyer. This is not new information. The police have been going through it within the company, where the police are saying create a fund so that we can now go and reclaim our legal fees. Because they have JTC have 10 liars and teacher will go with none. Teacher go with village liar because they can't afford to pay liar. They don't even understand the meaning of the terms in the bill. Because I teach every Saturday as a volunteer. And they say we can't continue because every Saturday is not ad hoc. So me now if you go register for ton teacher. Pay if you take professional development. Police certificate in my life. Do 30 hours of performance to go teach 1 2 hours on a Saturday. How can that make sense? And in spite of me saying all of that in Parliament, I mean like the minister. Can you realize me now really get like really they were favor leader getting the minister go on the radio to say how we just said that. And that we were not ready when the debate was to be had. She go further to say that the people can watch the debate and they will see that some of the people that were talking never read the bill. Well, the only person who talked for the PMP was me. And me didn't read the bill. There was another senator that gets up to talk about the JTC bill and discuss her wedding. So why the JLP actually vote for the JLP? You look like war over there. Because it couldn't be. She talk about it must be number 25. You know what they say with me? Couldn't be. It must be number 23. I nearly dropped them when the senator get up to talk about the JTC bill and start with a picture of Mark Olin and then said who was at her wedding and the total guest list. When we get up I say I can't comment on nothing you said because I wasn't invited to the wedding. The other labor right that get up talk about teacher have more car, teacher have more house, I know him as a section 1, part 2 of the bill. The most disrespectful thing I ever heard was that them send this man to control me. You ever seen Bolt run a primary champs?
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thieves. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thieves them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
Magnanimity. She gave us 2 weeks. The next week Friday was Good Friday. How we never debate it on Good Friday? No Senate never keep. That is the way the JLP communicate. They find a little nugget of truth and tell one big bucket of lie.
What is faith?
It means to trust in something.
To hope for the best. To believe in something bigger than yourself.
It means to try again.
To face the future.
To have courage.
To have faith in
Something
God
right now
means
with
to
some warriors.
believe without
Something
seeing.
is not right.
To live His teachings.
Tell about them.
To pray for answers.
To trust in His timing.
To have greater confidence when facing struggles. God is so aware of the little things in our lives, and He's so willing and ready to help us if we just include Him.
Talk to Him. Have an honest conversation with Heavenly Father. Say, this is how I'm feeling today. I need your help with this.
Something right
As
now.
we take
Something
those
right now
small
with some
steps,
warriors.
just
Something
praying,
is not right.
that's how you grow your faith.
It's a journey that can change your life for the better forever. Grow your faith in God. Talk to missionaries like us by signing up for a visit.
It was 2 weeks, but not by gift. We were very ready. We couldn't expect that this bill where you look over and for 23 years and 2 years and 9 miles and instead of 35 amendments on the
23
day.
years and 9 miles.
And then I go ask now, why we never said in the commission, like the commission ban we from said in the debate. After any joint committee, and you have one place here nationwide we are campaigning. I don't bring this for the news. Nationwide is campaigning for the job. And people must listen it with that understanding. I see nationwide ask Mark Golden a question. Me over there talk to myself. And nationwide ignore Mark Golden answer. And carry me. They say me say, me late but me rich. The interviewer said, I have a question for Mark Golden. Mark Golden moved to the podium and hold the mic. He asked a crazy question that a man who is in banking did not consider cost.
Oh my God,
his entire training is around cost. There is nothing that Mark don't ask cost for. If I tell him that I was down in Napatrick tonight, he was going to ask me how much it costs. But we know that any idea that we put there would steal it. There is a competitive process called an election, and they don't want we have no strategy. You know, so we say we have a feed picnic, and the next thing now, Andrew thief that. Hey, the way labor right thief, them thief are styling. Take goes home. We say, when me see Andrew 2 years after me, so when you check the DNA, you're not the father. The man never cheered up no night. Plagiarism. Then last week me in a parliament, I hear them say, you look up, you close your good eye and look out of your body. I say, wait, nobody said that last week.
Andrea said, nationwide, I copy everything when you say and I say it over.
That is funny, honey.
Why, rough?
That's funny.
Rough boy.
Oh my God, that is funny.
That's what I'm telling you, you know, you see. Sassy 81, what's up? That's why I tell you guys, when I'm reacting to stuff, I don't just play the stuff. I have to give my commentary. Or else it's plagiarism. And you have to understand these things. So a lot of people said, you know, don't stop the video, make it play. No, that's not how it works. I'm telling you. It's not how it works, man. I cannot operate that way. You get me? So you see, Damon Crawford come out to the Andre to the listen, man. Listen. Let's continue again.
Labor right team, my style. So we say we're going to provide 1 meal per child in school. All of a sudden, Mr. Labor right come out now. We're going to breakfast. So we know, so we're not giving Andrew a speech before him talk. So we hold back some of our things. And when we say we're going to give poor people something, JP #1 statement is we cannot afford it.
Yeah.
We say we're going to give 1 meal per child in school.
Sad, you know?
They say no, can't afford it.
Very, very sad.
But they can give 3 meals per adult in prison.
In prison.
What can go?
What can go
So we hold back the numbers and allow them to make a fool of themselves. Yeah. You remember before Mark Golden talk and Julian? Nationwide kept saying PMP don't have ideas, PMP don't have any ideas. How a whole party with 3,000 people could have no idea?
No ideas.
You could have said we don't have no good one. But 3,000 people must have one.
Must have one. True.
Remember the first time Manchester talk, them say was young and bright, and Manchester come and then take off the bright and say young. You remember?
Hey yo! Shots fired.
That is funny, honey.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's funny.
Bro. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that is funny.
Shout out to Miss Genesis, man. Oh my god.
So when we said that too much bright picnic are working a wholesale, so the first person in every family to matriculate to university would receive a scholarship. You know who then said we calculate it? Darrell Vaz. Darrell Vaz can't pass 10 without licking checks. Darrell Vaz said 9, 10, 11, 12. How am I going to reach trillion?
Yo,
when this election is done,
no.
my gift to Darrell Vaz is some butter stopper. When this election is done, my gift to Darrell Vaz is some butter stopper. So he can count to 20.
Yeah.
We're not here yet. After the election, they said Darrell Vaz. So nationwide was saying PMP not an idea. PMP not an. When we box them with idea,
box them with
they
ideas.
say we can't cost it. So when we present the cost, they say but Crawford so we late but to reach. How that reach it? Listen to me now, man. They said Crawford said we late. Big headline.
Yo, listen, one piece of stuff never got along with brother. Them just little bit of me kiss. Like the
So I said to them that education is a way to achieve freedom.
Yeah.
So that is why we say for people who have difficulty getting to school, we will give 2,500 a week to subsidize getting to school. Because we want a person with the ability to be a doctor to be a doctor.
Yes.
If you put a tractor for run taxi, everybody laugh off of the taxi.
Of course.
They say what kind of mad tractor man this? But we have people who will be lying and we are selfish. We have people who will be engineer, accountant. We have people who are supposed to show them ability and capacity in government. I've been led by labor right. Because there is none where bright like when me in one grade. And then find them in the idol. The other part of freedom is health. Now I want the youth them who get up and drink rum and boom from morning till night. Youth will start to pee for free. When you're 40, you're going to pay to pee. They call it dialysis. Because the whole of them kidney mash up. And I don't know why we take up this. It's like we depress the car and then wake them want a mental distortion.
Yeah.
And then smoke the weed and drink the rum and drink the boom. Not even advertisement. I don't see government say, yo, this not right. They allow them to kill themselves. We don't want people to drink rum and say, no, but I vote for PMP. But we still I tell you, we don't want to go kill off on yourself. If you don't have health, you can't achieve.
Sure, man.
Some will not eat, no breakfast before you start. But But at the same time, if you check it out, some of we not eat for nutrients, are just for your belly full. We need to eat dumpling and butter. There's no nutrients.
Like and share up the life, guys. Like and share up the life.
Gas for them car. And them bun and cheese for them lunch.
Please, thank
the
you.
The car use 87 and them buy 90, so they want the car drive sweet. And then now eat no vegetable, no fruits.
Mighty God.
And then they start to deteriorate. By the time them are 50, them start to lose sight sake of diabetes. By the time them are 51, they start to have high blood pressure. And what money we spend on picnic or school or spend on medicine. You need that improvement in healthcare. That's why the PMP rebuilt the hospital in Manchester. What have they done since then?
What have they done indeed?
What have they done? The way Mr. Labour write a sample. Christoph Dan, you hear me tell you, I never know you'd have a worse than Christian Columbus. Christoph Dan is a worse Christian Columbus. The man have fixed a hospital for 9 years. He came and said 2 billion will fix it. If a man come on my yard as a mason, I will say how much you build the wall and say 2 million. And when he start, he come back and say 22. I'm fighting, I never fight.
What do you mean if I fight? What do you mean?
And after all of that, the man opened the one part of the hospital when I have nothing to do with patient accounts. The man go open the accounts department.
Man, terrible man.
And keep a big thing.
Yes.
If no open any, if no open maternity ward, if no open accident and emergency, the man open administration and accounts.
Yes.
What?
Can go so all about the paper.
So when we talk about health, you must have the access to the clinics, but you must also have the access to the ability to eat right, to exercise, to reduce stress, because these things are taking away the freedom to achieve.
Right.
And then the final thing is the right to earn. Now notice me say earn because you have two ways to earn. You have one way to earn through salary, you work for your man. But you have another way to earn through ownership. You work for yourself. They don't want to know about the last part.
Yeah, man.
That's why when I said that I don't give the children a goat, it wasn't just for them have a goat. It's for them to learn the value of ownership. That him could have seen when him having one goat, it turns something. It's a mindset change. But to show you how to make a bias, show me a rasta, I guess. When me say me I give a goat, they call me goat man. But when Andrew say I give a donkey, they don't call him
donkey man.
We don't see that. We don't see something wrong with that.
We're on the level, man. We're on the level. If I don't have
but there must be a focus to own.
Hold on it. Ivan say, why all of them have doctorate and so dunce? Ivan, I have come to the conclusion that they are not dunce, you know. Them only things say we dunce. You understand what I say? So they say stuff. You know this thing when them say you have to stoop down to other people level. Well, I think it's disrespectful. I think some of these politicians think that we are dunce. So in an effort to stoop down to our level of dunceness that they think we are, them say dunce things. You understand? Because them things say the people, everybody are going to gobble it up and receive it. Right? The mark of a man, the first thing is integrity, and then integrity come with, respect. So an intelligent man that respects you, is going to speak to you assuming your intelligence. Or he's going to, if he thinks that you are not at that level yet, he's going to facilitate educating you through dialogue. So like how I do on my program, where I have words that I understand, but then I started to think to myself, but I understand the words, but sometimes me not understand and you not understand. So what I do is I go and look up the word, like earlier, and I give the definition of the word. So now we are here all learning together, and this word that Marky G used, this incentive, when he said that disincentive when he said that the body-worn cameras would be a disincentive for abuse of power. I know what the word means, you know, right, in my head, but the exact terminology when it says discourage a particular action is the full context of the word in that sentence. So the body-worn cameras would discourage police from abusing citizens and abusing their own power as a police. You get what I'm saying? So that's what somebody that respects their audience does, right? You know, you can use big words and everything, and also you can teach at the same time. Or when you're reading something, you can teach like that. Because not everybody knows. Suppose a child is listening. You get what I'm saying? And when I practice to do that, I am also teaching the people listening to me to practice to do the same. It is okay when you don't know the meaning of a word. What is not okay is not you not knowing the meaning of a word and pretending you do and leaving that situation without understanding the actual context of the conversation, right? And then acting as if you know what you're talking about. At this point, you start to, this is where you start to harbor dunceness. Because you have a smartphone and you refuse to use the smartphone smartly. So you harbor dunceness. You get what I say? Here's levels to dunceness, you know. But you're right. Some of them politicians here, you have to wonder how they get doctorate because, you know, rough. Oh Lord, what's that? Oh.
Own a piece, there must be a focus to own. That is why when you own a piece of land, work it. When you own a skill, use it. You see, the rich have a way of not telling the poor the truth because they don't want too much competition. You notice every time them show a picture of a farm, I have a cutlass and a donkey and no teeth. But then now show best dress. We have a plane. No farm, no chicken them farm. Then now show Jamaica producers. We're wealthy, have a mansion.
You think a joke you might make? There's a, I remember a video that came out of Africa of this young lady. She was speaking at a conference, a government conference with delegates, and they were speaking specifically about farming. And she was saying what he's saying, but with more detail. She said, when you look at the image of farmers, she said these specific words. She said, we have to make farming sexy. We have to make farming appealing. All right? So this is real. You have to, if you want to encourage farming, I think I said it before. Yes, I did in one of my videos. Listen, man, these young people, show them the farmer drive the Benz. Show them the farmer drive the Geely, the BMW. Yes, man, show them the farmer. Show them the farmer do it and then show them the farmer farm. I said, hold on there. So yeah, I say, and that him don't forget that? No, man. So that would hopefully encourage a lot of young men and women out there to get land, own them one land one, and also become farmers. Yes, trust me.
No banana and pineapple. They now show choo-choos and where the park with farm cane. They show sufferation so that the youths now say they no want farm and no farm food and farm food.
You are an alpha for the first.
But understand, say if you drive over St. Elizabeth, some of the biggest houses you see are from people who put them on in the soil. Some Manchester people. I'm going to go walk up a few place and see some big house up there. I'm going to try my wrong girl to see if I could live in a house, but No work out. She says she has married a girlfriend. But the point I'm making to you is that they tell us that those who rich own something.
Yeah.
That means if you're poor, you have to accept to own nothing. But the truth is that those who own something rich. That is why we start NHT, so you could have own a house, because those who own something rich.
Yeah.
That is why we put money in DBJ, so that you can own a business, because those who own something rich. And the next PMP will put a trust loan that don't need no collateral, but when you take 100,000 and pay it back, you get 200,000 next time. That's why we call it trust. And when you pay 200,000, we say, alright, go 400,000 next time. That means you can go plant out one little square of tomato and sell it, and then you go plant out one half acre of tomato and sell it, and then you go plant an acre of tomato and sell it, and grow, because we trust the people. That is why we have put a system in place that you can apply for an extension for your event. So that you don't have to worry when you turn on your sound at 2 o'clock before the bar starts selling. All anything at the bush is a bush. Blue light come and sell a car. And you realize that I have never seen Sunfest like that. I have never seen no big dance like that. Rebel Salute like that. When I was minister, I called police for jazz and blues. I said, lock it off. Because I want to see the uproar that would come in this country if you lock off jazz and blues. But there's no uproar. Fear man will throw him and throw him and in the round robin and win a field night. Oh, people say that consider labor right. Labor right will lock down the country and open it for some place and then lock it back. Oh, don't forget that during the state of emergency, cook shop did have a lock.
Mighty God.
But the big brands could have stay open.
Yes.
Oh, don't forget, man.
Yes.
Oh, don't forget the big dance keep up in a nigger, man.
Yes.
In the midst of COVID. With
yes.
the permission of government.
Yes.
But any little man couldn't.
Hello, Mr. I want to make that soak in. Me I play that back. Hello. Preach, Rasta. Preach.
Sound at 2 o'clock before the bar starts.
Preach, Rasta. Preach. Tell them, remind them of going in a COVID. Because come like some people have short-term memory. Hey, that government, our wicked government, you know? That government, our wicked government. May I tell you that? Hello. You don't forget what your name? Christopher Tuftando to the people them. Eh? No, seriously, Narbrook child, talk about it. A lot of clips should be taken out of this speech. You're absolutely right. And you gave me an idea. Thank you so much. I shall be taking that advice. I understand? Now, listen to me. Christopher Tufton tell the people in the community say if you don't want water, you must take the joke. Flight green, no movement there, still not charged. And flight green there make a mess of agriculture all across the island. Not protecting the farmers them from alleged people who get government contracts for import this and import that. Import onion. What can go so? Isn't that the agricultural minister's responsibility to protect the farmers them? Where's the farm roads? Where's the storage facilities? Where's the irrigation? All of the plans of the PMP have highlighted. Why hasn't Floyd Green done that in his tenure after 9? How long you been there for? 9 years? With Andrew? Tell them again, Rasta, what going on.
People who put them on in the side. Some Manchester people. They tell us that those who rich own something. Rich. That is why we put money in DBJ so that you can own a business, because those who own something rich. And the next PMP will put a trust loan that don't need no collateral, but when you take 100,000 and pay it back, you get 200,000 next time. That's why we call it trust. And when you pay 200,000, we say, alright, hold 400,000 next time. That means you can go plant out one little square of tomato and sell it, and then you go plant out one half acre of tomato and sell it, and then you go plant an acre of tomato and sell it, and grow, because we trust the people. That is why we have put a system in place that you can apply for an extension for your event. So that you don't have to worry when you turn on your sound till 2 o'clock before the bar starts selling. All anything at the bush is a bush. Blue light come and say like that.
Remember that the government used up a lot of resources to make sure that our parties that was keeping in a COVID get locked off. But big party keep on the grill. With how much cluster people. Don't forget. Do you guys forget? They have been spitting in our faces. Time come. You can't stay there.
And you realize that I have never seen some face like that?
Never.
I have never seen no big dance like that.
Never.
Rebel salute no like that.
Never.
When I was minister, I called police for jazz and blues. I said, lock it off. Because I want to see the uproar that would come in this country if you lock off jazz and blues. But there's no uproar. Fear man will throw him and throw him and in the round robin and when a field night. Oh, people still consider labor right.
Oh.
Labor right will lock down the country and open it for some place and then lock it back.
Ah.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
That during the state of emergency, cook shop did have a lock.
Remember the corner shop. Somebody just called out corner shop a while ago. Yes, mama. Remind them the corner shop them was the problem. According to Andrew Owners. People who must forget these things. When you're going to vote, you better use your head and put an X beside it. Okay. That is it.
But the big brands.
You just finish the sentence. Alright?
Let's stay woke. Don't forget, man. Don't forget the big dance key down in a nigger, man.
Big dance.
In the midst of COVID. With the permission
of
government.
COVID.
But any little man
God.
couldn't turn on the radio. Don't forget that they tell you, say, yo, we don't eat no coffee, we. Oh, people still are consider labor.
Oh, they consider labor.
So when you look at ownership, it is not just the big, but the little man who's starting little to grow big. Grace Kennedy is 100 years old. Let them show you when number one. He never big son. That's why me grow my goat to give me daughter. And then she grow some more and give her granddaughter. One day we will catch up with Stuart.
Amen.
One day we will catch up Grace. One day we will catch up Where the Park. So when you have your local 5 acre, don't look on it like you. Because when I watch TV, the lion teach the cow how to hunt. If you not teach the cow how to hunt, then film. But at the same time, the zebra better teach him how to shift. Otherwise, lion name him. You have to invest and build. So this election is not about you. Of course, if we have some pliers in Kwagito. Last time I said my bones invent and ply. People get mad. But what I'm saying to you is that my father run back on Mike and Manley so I could be better. And me I run back on Mark Bolin so that my picnic tutus can be better. I hear some people say I call her tutus. I call her tutus because I'm black and she black. If me call her pinky, nobody would say no. You know see country. Because she black, they say no call her black. But if me call her red, then that's everything alright. If me call her chin chin, nobody would say no. But black is told not to be beautiful. That's why we have spend money on breast and bottom and nothing on brain. You think they're not happy for that? You think they're not happy so now go down to the Chinese man shop for your eyelash and hair?
Everything. Them just sell out
because they make more profit after your lack of confidence. I remember when me a grow up, black people used to confident. When they say, Maga, here, my Maga, but me sexy. When they say you're fat, me fat, but me sexy. No fat people that take out the belly, put in a butter.
Somebody said the $20,000 that was supposed to be given to every Jamaican over the age of 18. Me don't know nobody will get the $20,000, you know. Me personally, you know, I don't know nobody will get the $20,000. Honestly, I not even want to go there because it only gonna make my head hurt me even more. The amount of corruption. I not even want to go there. I not gonna tell you no lie.
The point me I make comments is that this is about something. It's about a country that we are comfortable with. It's about a country that opens avenue for your children to be better than you. is about a country that put people in place that have some form of integrity and morality. It's about putting a person who have proven themselves as a worthy representative, a friend of the people, and an honorable man. Central Manchester, the trumpet have sounded. My countrymen are awake from their slumber and answer. Respect.
One Damien Crawford. Manchester will do the right thing. Don't farm no fool. You understand what I did with? Yeah, man. Don't farm no fool. No. You know, a couple of things. I have to just give you ice in pan the cake, so trust me. So don't go nowhere. Like and share the video. I look at ice in pan the cake, so ladies and gentlemen. Two things. You want to look at. Two things. Cause Jamaica no a real place, you know. No man, Jamaica no a real place. Believe man, me tell you this, Jamaica is not a real place. See it here, alright. This is one of the clip them. Alright. Policy, net fishing. Let me see if I hit this. Hold on.
With the promise that was made in 2015 and 2016 that if you vote for the Labour ranks, you'll be able to sleep with your windows and your doors open. We are in year 10. We're in the 10th year.
The audio they too low, like? Way too low.
For 9 years.
You got better audio than that. See that? Find it. Got him.
Under the PNP administration.
Got him.
3 times the budget, Comrade Alan. 3 times the total budget.
I got him, y'all. I got him.
They pursued the state of emergency approach, what you would call a net fishing approach, that yielded no positive.
That nerdy, that audio didn't nerdy at all. I have to use something else. The next thing. When they didn't know say Rhoda did go our interview in a 2021 in India. I talk about Jamaica. I say look on Rhoda and the Indian them. Hey, I just spoke up on that. Why? I left that one there alone. I just left you alone. Anyway, let me find this real quick. 2 things more I talk about right there, so. Yeah. Now, Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt. Wanna see Usain Bolt last picture?
These are the facts with Andre Williams. For the first 109.
Wanna see Usain Bolt last picture on the Instagram, on the Twitter? Who see?
Pull it up.
Who see Usain Bolt last picture? If you don't see Usain Bolt last picture, I tell you some of the advice, you know. Go look on the picture. Iconic. As is everything Usain Bolt does, he's very purposeful in what he does. Ladies and gentlemen, as me get it, that's what I tell it, you know. I'm share it. Things that what me think is
No.
It's important. You understand?
No. Her smile is so out. What is happening at Fort Rocky? Listen. contractors in Jamaica.
$5 billion US dollars operate.
I know him want go there, so.
And if you heard, you would have ball out. Jamaica, $2,000, you know? $2,000. And that is what them say is good news budget.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus.
Mindful.
Are the wrong one. Are the wrong one. That people, the whole on there, give you a second. Oh, that, trust me, it's gonna work. I want one for.
Is Jamaica aware?
I want one for the lady there, crop circle. Only think about that, I don't feel like say she's supposed to be able for do back. That's something that she do. And the brother with them say thief the woman $160 million. I first me hear about him, you know. First me hear about him. First, may I tell you, it is a war. It's a war situation. Anyway, me don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the funeral. Because we get a little bit of update at the funeral.
Hello, good night.
Mr. Golden, you know.
My family big at
Robinson.
feels the avenue where me can
All right.
see. And you going what you doing. You just help him along the way. That's all I have to say, my brother.
All right, my friend. I hear you loud and clear. Finance. I would actually put Dr. Andre Horton as the Minister of Finance.
You know, me never hear that part, yeah. But Andre, you're on to something, you know. Dr. Andre Hart, Minister of Finance.
But I'll talk more into that. Hello, caller, good night.
And him say, you would have make Mr. Julian Robinson a part of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Development. Specifically, there needs to be 2 ministries. I want to think about that. Andrew have some ideas, you know. But me I try to find the part them talk about Usain.
All right, me cockroach. JLP, because he's securing his throne. You remember how Siaga, you know, the voter name, decided to roll out solidarity. Part.
Sure, man. What's this, man?
Our history is so privileged. How pleased would I say, yeah, remember that prisoner joyride? Here.
So I'm at that 60.
Him said, you see, need of every
In the doing up.
They would have had where is fraught his wealth now. Hey! Wife to win back.
Trouble free for the whole entire time then.
Oh, sorry,
Something
guys.
alright. People are saying
Until a pitch.
I guess we're not gonna use that because I can't find it. I'm just gonna use Bunting one alone. Abina, what's up? If you saying both of the JLP can deal with him so heartless, what you expect? Check between. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Blessings to you, Abina. Blessings to you. Now, let me just go to this speech. Because it will highlight my point anyway. We can just, you know, intervene that part there. You know, oh, Lord of mercy. think somebody done, you know. With that reaction. Still on our run. Probably have to clip it out. Sure, no, we can still see it. Yeah. I will let it stay. Mr. Bunting had some things to say. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And when the right time come, some a go for corruption. Hey, what can go so? Why? Politics nice without the violence. That's all we know. I want to say, politics nice without the violence. Taking in your life while working. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. All right, this is a speech from Sabontin. Right, Sunday, but there was a specific shot that he fired verbally that I want to speak about. So let's get into it, shall we? Like and share the video. Like and share the video.
Right? Chairman, comrade, next member of Parliament, my special Central Manchester family and Manchester family, good evening. Longer. But I had to show my face here this evening to support my friend, the man who make me celebrate the most on election night local government, because he took revenge on my behalf and brought Patrick back into the fold of the People's National Party. Big up your councillor. For so many years, we said councillor in waiting. When he started waiting, his hair was black. But he waited so long, the man have grey hair and grey beard now. But thankfully, you were not waiting in vain.
Yeah.
And secondly, I must be here to support Comrade Donovan Mitchell. He was my campaign manager for many elections.
Welcome,
and I am fully endorsing him.
Tap up the like button and share the live, guys.
All right? Member of Parliament for Central Manchester.
And remember, the donation links are pinned, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Cash App and we have the PayPal. All right? Yeah, man. Full endorsement, if you like, through those mediums.
Today is an interesting day. Our great track star icon, iconic figure Usain Bolt lost his father.
Right.
And it was his funeral today.
Right.
And I watched a little bit of the coverage in the media. And see certain people that go down there for go take picture. I just want to know if when they were there, Comrade Mario, whether them tell Bolt where him SSL money there.
Hey.
Because the man them really brazen, you know. Can't tell him what happened to his money all now. Can't tell all the other 200 people who are missing money where their money there. But yet them forward to go profile and take picture of the man father funeral.
Terrible,
man. They have no shame.
Terrible.
No shame. But then again, it's the same man who can't get his statutory declaration certified year after year after year. I see HG helps write an article today and say in any other country in the world, he would have been long gone.
Of course.
Long gone. And when you match that with what is happening now, with the Integrity Commission report, and all he has been doing since that
Embarrassing.
He
needs some milk.
Starving the corruption investigation entities of resources. This cannot be allowed to continue. We need to return to Jamaica House a leader of the country with dignity, a leader with clean hands and a pure heart, a leader, as young Danishka said, who will be here working for the next generation.
Hi, Sassy.
Hey, Bolo.
You know I'm live, right?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Basically, all I'm saying to you is, did you see yesterday with Andre showing in the afternoon hour showing that those girls that got attacked by the police from England? Showed it already?
No, I didn't show it, you know. I didn't cover that. I haven't covered that.
I think you should, because that's crazy.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, you know, I think I said it. I did cover it earlier. I didn't show the video, but I did a video earlier about police brutality and, you know, the stance that Jonas is taking. And I mentioned the UK ladies. Yeah, I did mention them earlier. I did mention it. It is it's kind of getting, the lines are being blurred. Like, what is legal for the police to do and what isn't is now the question. You understand? Because that whole situation, it's not under control. They don't know what de-escalation means. When people when people get turned up, they turn up even more. They don't hold their cool. Their temperament is way too aggressive. Their body language is aggressive. Telling the young lady to stop videoing. Does she know that it's her right to video? It's actually in the Constitution. Like, it's their right. You cannot tell them not to video you. You are a police, you're a public servant. You're in the public. They're not videoing you in your bathroom when you're taking a shower. You're working. So
that's why he wanted the girl to go with him?
No, I don't know about why he wanted the girl to go with him, you know. I don't know the backstory. I'm saying based off the video that I saw.
Right.
I don't have any backstory. I'm saying just the legalities of it. One of the young ladies was saying, one of the lady police said don't video her. Somebody said no. That's not how it works. They have a right to video you. They have a right to video you.
Yep.
You understand? As a matter of fact, it has become somewhat of a way for them to feel like they can protect themselves. And then they did not hear when the young lady said, I do not feel safe. I don't want to go with you. Why is it that there couldn't be an option for them to travel with the police? Are they criminals? Are you charging them for something of high criminality where you don't trust them to drive behind them and in front of them to carry them to the police station? I mean,
I think really and truly when we're traveling, we need to know the law and our rights as travelers. Because Jamaican police are just out of control, have no respect, and don't give a hoot as to how they do the things that they choose to do. They choose to do because they're not following no formal law.
That is the thing, because you see, no, you know, this is what you said, Jamaican police, and they are so disconnected. You cannot tell people how to view you. So when people see these actions by the police, the foreigners are going to listen. I don't know. This government really is a real mess, you know, because this is a social media age. This is going to even affect tourism.
It is going to affect tourism, because I was saying that to you the other day that I don't know if I want my male family members coming down there. I will try and block that as much as possible because they can be wrongfully identified. They can be, looked at as, oh, that's where I can get some money today. And then they say the wrong thing to them or whatever it is that they do that is not suitable to them and decide to attack them. So Jamaica is becoming something that is scary for every living soul, and they need to make a change because that ain't gonna work. Because I swear to God, you touch my family down there in Jamaica, they tear up. Make sure that.
Man, listen. I don't know, man. I don't know why. Lord have mercy on us, guys. These guys really
But
got
that can't go. That can't go so. It can't go so.
No, man. No,
but
man.
that makes it here.
Whether a woman or a man, it can't go so, man.
No, it ain't not work.
No work.
No.
No work.
Babe, I'm back. I'm going back in class.
All right. Valid point. Valid point from Sassy, but as brazen as the government is about their stance with the police, is as brazen as Andrew Honest was in going to the funeral of Usain Bolt's father. It is alleged, based off, and I wanted to play the tape, but I cannot find the clip on Andre's program. It is alleged that Andrew was not invited to the funeral. Babsy was not invited to the funeral. It is also alleged that they were not on the program. It is alleged that one of both brethren them, which we won't call in name, but there's a clip of the alleged brethren and Andrew Honest attack at the funeral. And them tell Andrew to come, allegedly. So basically them come allegedly crash Usain Bolt father funeral. When I tell you, just for political mileage and optics. But like everything else that they do, allegedly, it backfires. Damn shame, innit?
Somebody just messaged me. You believe in too much damn foolishness. And you need to stop. Seem like you don't believe in God. Exclamation, exclamation. You know, me not look on you tonight. Me not backside. Now look on you tonight. Tonight I want to use the next half hour to talk about character. To talk about character. What do I mean by character?
Talk about it.
What do I mean by character, Jamaica? Leading this country.
So I went online to chat with the missionaries, and they
has
answered
been wrongly violated. I can't recall the leader of this country making any attempts to assist Usain Bolt and the 200 plus other investors at SSL to retrieve their money. To retrieve their money. I say that to say Jamaica. I say that to say Jamaica. Today the Prime Minister showed up. Today the Prime Minister showed up at the man's funeral, father's funeral. He has no shame in Jamaica. He has no shame.
Keyword showed up.
Look at how he greet. Look how he greet. Shameless, shameless. Shameless Jamaica. And you could have seen that Bolt's mother never wanted to greet him. Look at Bolt's mother. Look at Miss Jennifer Bolt. Jamaica, read between the lines with me and look at Jennifer Bolt.
I said the same thing, bro.
Bare face, you know. Bare face. Jamaica, look at Mrs. Jennifer Bolt.
That picture tell 1,000 words. Damn.
Jamaica, if anybody reading body language or anybody understand the human being,
yes, of course.
Look at her disposition. Look at her even her shoulders. Look at her facial expression.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you.
I also
think I did me alone. If you guys listen to my first video that I did on this, literally, I think it was like the early morning or something like that. In the day of Monday. Seeing? That is, bro, I said the exact same thing. I first listen to this, you know? I haven't been able to watch like everything, you know what I mean? But never know say Andre said that. I exactly the same thing. I say, look at the lady. Look at her body language. Look at her shoulders. Look at her facial expression. She just look like, just like, no life. Like, this dude is just draining my energy type of vibe. Real thing. Real thing. You see me? Was it this video? Ladies and gentlemen, all I to start. Not doing anything that counter-pro bit. No, right? And then looking you right in the face and shaking your hand. Here we go. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Here we go. Listen to what I said yesterday. And you only can't take that anywhere you want to take that. Me can't tell you that right now. Tell them you only can't take that anywhere you want to take it. Take that. What a man. What a man. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look on Babsy Grange in the corner over there skin off her teeth. Eh? Look on Orange Strong and the whole of them. They really invite my wedding. I funeral. Him couldn't come off him. Hey, for the film daddy. Hello. Him couldn't come on my daddy funeral. They must be mad. I look on both mother. Both mother turn her back to Andrew to rotted. No, sir. The lady there in a dark glasses, you can see her body language. Numbness towards Andrew Owens. Look at this. Eh? Look at this. Look at it. Man dry eye, man. The lady beside him, she has smile. Both mother and have no smile on his face. Yeah, man. Maybe zoom in, man, so you don't really pick you up. Jesus and peace. No, sir. Mighty God. Look for both mother. Both mother even look for Andrew. People look at the screen. See both mother there? See both, look. See both mother there? Both mother there right just so. Both mother even look for Andrew. Eh? Man, would I love to see a video clip for this. Nobody never did have this. This needs to come on news. Me know Andrea talk about this little more. Mighty God. Sure did. See, I did this in the morning. But Andrea TV turn up little more. Yeah, me did the same. Man, not shame people. Mighty God. And I've been busy from the other day. I've been up and down. What a guy. What a guy. Alright, want to see the difference between how she greet Bruce Golding? Talk about it. Want to see how she greet Bruce Golding? Talk about it. Want to see how she greet Bruce Golding? Hello, me, this is my opinion based off of what me see. Until both mother come out and tell me otherwise, both mother in a Andrew Owens, as far as me concerned. Look on this. Wow, mighty God. Listen, what a man be to the door and say, this man. Oh, sorry. Daniel, this man was a while ago from a credible source say, Bolt Force. I told the Bolt father, for shake. Bolt Force shameless. He open this breaking news. Hold on there. Mighty God of Daniel. This man has no shame. Talk about somebody stabbing you in worth 1,000 words. And you only can take that anywhere you want to take that. Me can tell you that right now. What am this guy? Look at all of them. Couldn't come off him. And look on boat mother. Boat mother turn her back to Andrew to rotted. No, sir. The lady there in the dark glasses, you can see her body language. Numbness towards Andrew Owens. Look at this. Look at this. The man dry eye, man. The lady beside him, she has smile. Both mother have no smile on him face. Yeah, man. Me zoom in, man, so you don't really pick you up. Jesus and peace. No, sir. Mighty God. So, there you have it. That was my first reaction. I think I did another video speaking on it same way. But that was my first reaction to Bolt mother. Similar to what Andrea said, her body language is just numb. Her shoulders, look on her hand, look. She not have a smile on her face. She just have her head like she's holding back from her true emotions. she a play dead right now. She a play dead right now. Yo, it's crazy, bro. This is insane.
Observe that a Bolt I think Jabbar and say shake him hand. Her posture. I also observe that a Bolt I think Jabbar and say shake him hand.
What?
Her posture.
And that me ear see a Bolt forcing mother for shake Andrew hand, you know. And that me ear for true, you know. And that me ear.
If it wasn't her son, Jamaica, Jennifer Bolt, and I can tell you, she embraced Bruce Golding. She hugged Bruce Golding.
Kiss him too.
It's a woman of warmth.
Kiss him too. Panicha.
Her sluggish posture, Jamaica.
Yeah,
her sluggish posture.
It tell everything, man.
If you want to see it, you come on YouTube.
Tell everything.
Her sluggish posture suggests. Her sluggish posture, Jamaica, suggests.
Right.
She ain't nothing with Andrew, you know.
Nothing at all. Me say same thing to sir.
Yeah, hear what I said? Is you seeing had to nudge her and say, Mommy, just shake him hand.
Hold on, wait there. It is on speak my mind when he walked past Bolt to go and shame Bolt's wife. Hold on there. What? Shame Bolt's wife? Speak your mind or talk your mind? Talk your mind TV. You need to send me the clip. I will try them that.
I tell you about dirty character. When I tell you about shameless, nasty, dirty, koro character, that is this man.
Wow.
Having done all of that, and Jamaica, her husband and her should have benefited from those monies for their investments. And a government failed to protect her son's money, which in truth it wasn't his money, it was the money for his father and his mother retirement, for them to enjoy the retirement. And if anything you know about men suffer silently. Men Jamaica suffer silently in this country. Remember what it was called? Well Gen. The account was called Well Gen. Well for Wellesley and Jen for Jennifer Bolt. That is why it was called Well Gen. So in truth,
Okay, the money there for your mother and father. Well, Jen, okay. No, man. That further validates the argument that people are making in the street that SSL situation really make the father health deteriorate. Hey, Andrew, you be a face. Hey, yo, you forget to an award for the wickedest prime minister ever in the history of Jamaica. And you would have win with a landslide. This money no normal.
Jennifer money. In truth. And Miss Jennifer, Mr. Wellesley money. And you come. Listen to him, listen to what him say. Listen to what the bare face, heartless man said today. Listen to him, Jamaica. He wasn't.
Thank you, Minister. May I acknowledge the clergy of this church, members of the Bolt family, Usain, Jennifer, and all the distinguished well-wishers gathered in the church this morning.
So hold on. So him say Usain, Jennifer, then all I want to Mrs. Bolt. How can I disrespecting him depend? I couldn't call my mother Jennifer, you know? That's Mrs. Bolt to you. But someone out there. How are really going in Jamaica?
Usain, Jennifer, and all the distinguished well-wishers.
Yeah, you want to learn upon first name basis, brother. You're not cool like that. Jennifer. But this I get further worse. Or rather worse.
Gathered in the church this morning. Yes, you know, the Thanksgiving ceremony is always a time of grief. And as I entered the church and I shook Usain's hand and I looked him in the eyes, I saw his grief. But I want to say to you, Usain, the entire nation mourns with you.
Hello. Only look for Usain Bolt. And look for Usain Bolt mother. Especially Usain Bolt mother. Is that her holding her jaw and turning sideways? Am I tripping? Sassy, am I tripping? Hold up, wait a minute.
The entire nation.
She's holding her jaw. Oh my God, that is body language wise. Go and ask any body language expert. That is a sign of disengagement, right? No interest. Like literally, she look.
Embraces your family and surround you with prayers at this difficult time. As I sat there trying to collect my thoughts, I immediately looked up some of the things you said about your father. And in an interview, you said that my father didn't speak much, but when he spoke, we listened. And I believe that summed up the character of the man. See, I got Usain to smile. But Usain also said that whatever I...
Yo, that was so awkward. Oh my God, that was so awkward. Yo, the man is a cloud chaser, you know? See, I got Usain to smile. Why did you have to say that? You sure are you get him to smile? I think there was a little engagement there between him and his mother. And then even if you got him to smile, it's really the memory of his father. And him remembering when he said that. It's not you get him to smile. But oh, you want to take credit for that, right? Damn.
Spoke, we listened. And I believe that summed up the character.
Alright. Usain Bolt is looking at his mother saying something. And smiling. But he took it as he's the one that got him to smile. Look at the transition again.
Spoke, we listened. And I believe that summed up the character.
You see? Usain Bolt look at his mommy and smile. And then listen when him say, I got Usain Bolt to smile, and look at Usain Bolt reaction.
Of the man. See, I got Usain to smile. But you...
You see, look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. And then the looking down. Yo, I'm telling you, man. Boy, I ain't no expert, boy, but I ain't no dummy either. Listen. Look at Usain Bolt's facial expression like, yo, man, this dude, bro. Yes, I can't even react, bro. I look at his mother. Son, just, yeah, man. You understand? Let's get through this. The man go and give the man mother more burden at the funeral than she have already. And Usain Bolt. I heard Usain Bolt was upset. Exactly, Patrick Godfrey. It's like Usain Bolt body language saying, yo, what is this dude talking about? Man, I was just, me and my mom had a moment. Like, what? God, you gotta calm down, sir. He's trying to be respectful. But I heard that Usain Bolt was angry with the person that invited Andrew on this. Yeah, I sure did.
Usain also said that whatever I am today,
that's what I heard that on Partnership TV. I'm just saying, hey,
it was because of my parents. He gave credit to his parents. It is not easy to be a world champion, and I'm certain that it would have taken Usain's village to raise him to become this world champion. But it all started in the home. But Usain is a global icon, a national hero, a national asset, and every Jamaican is grieving with Usain and his family at this time. So I thought that as Prime Minister, I have the duty and indeed the responsibility to speak on behalf of the country. Usain, we love you. We care about you.
Yo, look for Usain Bolt eyes. Damn. Dead steer. Look for his mother. Yo, I'm not laughing. Listen, this is not funny. But, yo, man, this dude is... Yo, this a man are the most... He man just breeze, Nina. Look for Usain Bolt. We love you.
Village to raise him to become this world champion. But it all started in the home. But Usain is a global icon, a national hero, a national asset.
Look there. Usain Bolt not paying the money. I'm mother. Usain Bolt a pay mine. Mommy.
And every Jamaican is grieving with Usain and his family at this time. So I thought that as Prime Minister, I have the duty and indeed the responsibility to speak on behalf of the country.
We can't tell her this. We can't tell her this. You're not speaking for me. As a matter of fact, I want to let it clear now that as a member of this country, this man on the screen does not represent me. Alright? Yeah. His words, his thoughts, not my thoughts. Alright? Big up Usain Bolt, big up your mother. Yeah. Condolences to the family. And I hope you all get justice. And this country gets justice.
We love you. We care about you. And in this time of grief, please know that we are all here praying for you and the comfort of your family. God bless your family, Jennifer, and your brothers, sisters, and your entire family. God bless you.
Yes, hello, good night, caller.
Want to notice the tension in the face of both of them? What about the Masonic handshake between Usain and Brogan? Any touch? I don't know about the Masonic handshake, you know. You're gone to one place where I am not aware of at all. If a man shake my hand, if a man come to shake my hand. So for instance, let's explore this. So a man come to shake my hand and me shake him hand. And I don't know what is a Masonic handshake. And my hand is shaped with his one. I think it's a natural instincts for you to shake somebody's hand where you're going to follow their lead pretty much. So if them fingers stay like this, you're probably going to do your finger the same way because it's just a handshake. I really don't think it's that deep. Yeah, I've seen what they talk about in some instances about Masonic handshakes, and I really don't think it's that deep. For those who are within the Masonic order, it might be deep to them, but if somebody's going to shake my hand, I'm using a practical example, unless I don't shake hands. But if somebody's going to shake my hand, usually when I shake somebody's hand, however their hand positions, you try to compliment it. It's like a way of respect then. You get me? So, yeah. Moving right along. Nah, discount to you.
Sisters and your entire family. God bless you.
Yes, hello. Good night, caller.
Good night, Andre. How are you tonight?
I'm good. What are you saying?
I share something quickly with you.
With relation
a few
to?
years. You're talking about the teachers.
No,
Am I
not.
correct?
No.
Okay. Okay, sweet.
Listen to me, and listen to me well. Did you see how Usain Bolt was sweating? Usain Bolt was in the funeral all the time, and he wasn't sweating like that.
Boss, I get hot.
He wasn't sweating like that, Jamaican.
When I get heated.
But as soon as the Prime Minister started
in blood a boil, man.
Profusely.
In blood a boil, man angry.
Usain, we love you.
All them something there.
You're a national hero.
Yeah. You know, we can just imagine Usain and say, well, if you love me, why it take so long for me get my money back? Not necessarily that you have my money, but if you love me and you're the Prime Minister, you can make things move and shit. So why more people not get locked up? Why more digging to do? Eh? Where the love there? I don't see love. And that me would not think as I just naturally.
But the man, if you genuinely loved him, you would have protected his assets.
Oh Lord, here we go.
The sweat you see is anger, you know. You see mommy wiping him. Mommy, I wipe Usain face because she has said, I know my son said this man in blood pressure. Boil!
Backside.
I can't tell you. His presence triggered the family.
Mighty God.
His presence there and his utterance triggered the family. Donna Thompson can't tell me because Donna Thompson was on the ground. Everything that happened at the funeral, Donna Thompson called me and said, teacher, I had a reporter there who made me know everything. And the sentiments of the people, you know. Everybody wondering why him show up. The body language alone of Mrs. Bolt, you know. The body language alone of Mrs. Jennifer Bolt tell you, you know. She know, you know what I mean?
True,
because
man.
the truth remains. The narcissist. This is a narcissistical behavior, you know. If you study the pattern of a narcissist, the narcissist will come in your face, bare face, stand up in front of you. Little bit enough.
Little bit of Mickey's.
You realize his wife wasn't there? Only see me confirm, you just recognize the wife is nowhere with him these days.
Yeah, where is she?
It was a last minute invite. Who invited him there? He wasn't even scheduled to be on the program.
Oh, yes. See that?
He was not even scheduled, Jamaica, to be on the program.
Tell us about it, Andre.
But he come with a little enough self. Plenty self.
Mighty. Wow. Like when wife say enough. We have to say enough.
And I can tell you, Jamaica.
I don't mean so.
Donna is who is calling me. Hello, caller, good night. Hold a second, caller. Hold a second.
When the
Yes, Paula,
right
good night.
time comes.
Good night. How are you?
I'm good.
I think you have a discerning spirit. I think you
What go on this now? What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, so what took place so far, God? What happened to Andre audio?
Over everything, you know, because the people they say they never hear nothing away.
Oh, come here, say something.
Oh no. I was saying you are a good discerner. You have a good discerning spirit. Because watching what you played a while ago with Mr. Honis giving his, I don't know what speech he was giving, but I said, look, that Bolt looked at him when he said, oh, we love you and the nation mourn with you. The look, when he lifted up that eye and looked at him, if he look could cut, if look could kill.
He said, Mama, you think a joke shall make? Hey, me tell you, just look on the visual. Because first me see that video there, when he talk, first me watch the video. You could have seen, oh, him look under him eye like so. Yo, if looks could have killed, man.
Why was he there? Why any of them were there? Whether Bruce and Bruce the right now, why were they there? What did they bring to the proceedings?
Well, you know, as a big funeral like that, you know, dignitaries going to show up, right? And
yes, man. But when the time is right, all right.
No, me not have no problem with Bruce Golden going there, because Bruce was one of them that even spoke out about the SSL thing. I don't know if you guys remember the clip with Bruce Golden. I want to have it on my soundbite. Where Bruce Golden there? Let me find that clip there. Brucey, yeah.
Government have a responsibility. They are the ones that issue licenses to these investment houses, you know, and then the issuing of the license. What they are saying to the public is that I'm satisfied that these are good people to do business with, so you can go to business with them. Well, that is what Usain Bolt did, and look what happened to him.
So I don't think Bruce have a green light for God funeral. Because Bruce was in support in a one legal way for Usain Bolt. Because I must see it there. And the government responsibility and them give them the license. And you tell we say when they give them the license, say them is good and whatever. And look what happened to Usain Bolt. So inadvertently, he was giving the blame to the government. We give them license. So nothing wrong with Bruce Cole in there at the funeral. But Andrew should have never done the man for the funeral.
This cloud of uncertainty and you know, you need it to be right. And when they come and sit and the word is spoken, they move them. They can go and go repent.
All me go say, Mama.
But this one not go repent.
Mama, me go tell you say the man no have no character. He no have no shame. He no have no shame.
Not a shame.
No shame, Carla. No shame.
Embarrassing.
Fierce.
Embarrassing. Jesus on the ball out there for me. Take back with country before it's too late.
Ball out. Boy. We need.
When the time come, some are go charge me corruption. Oh yes.
Why Bolo? Some are go charge me corruption.
When the time come, some are go charge me corruption. Oh yes.
You remember good. So, me want to know what you think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah man, you saying both to me and your mother. Them no in Andrew. You could have seen them body language and facial expression. I mean, me not gonna lie. the part that Andre say, he must sweat, Menina makes that. Menina makes that. And maybe him right about that too. Menina sweat the whole time, but maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe two things can be true at the same time. Maybe Aunt Jonas really come boil up the man blood pressure. Because he must see all the mother reaction. The mother now want nothing in him. Boy. And you know a son so close to his mother like that and his father. And his father's funeral. You can imagine now how overprotective. May I show you how more overprotective Usain Bolt is of his mother now. May I go show you. May I go show you. Usain Bolt. When there. You see. Let me show you. Before me end the reaction, I want to know, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. You know. I want to know make that picture soaking. First of all, I'm father. Hey, man, favor man and father, so they're not shadow. Two of them, I tell you. See that? This. What is the caption for this? Mom, I got you. You understand what I say? You see that right there, so? You can't tell you as a son a loving mother. See that? Some things can't express vocally. If you understand what I say. Can't express vocally. Man say, Mom, I got you. You understand what I deal with? Very overprotective of mommy. Right now, his mother and his father together to me, to how me hear you saying about that, is a morning star. That godly representative upon earth of a morning star, the image and likeness of the Most High. A morning star. So one of the star them are a part of the star is no longer with us here in the earthly realm. So therefore, this star right here that you're looking at is one that he wants to preserve her light. And her light would mean her happiness. So when he said, Mom, I got you, trust me. You don't need no more words than that, brother. I want to read between the lines. Tell me I tell you that. So don't trouble her, here. Don't trouble her. Don't trouble her. I feel like say, well, anything mommy wants, she will get to. As me I tell you, say, as a mother, as a youth, I love your mother. Being as you saying about, mommy, what you want? You want to stay at Jamaica? You want to leave? What you want? Alright, this way there. I'm going to use all of my diplomatic powers what I have and connections to make it happen. Not will deter or forget the happiness what she deserves. Wait, him say he's now her hobby. You see, same thing. Me not even didn't know that. Me not even didn't know that, no Nora. I never knew that. But just I read them picture and them body language and you know, deduce these thoughts. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Like and share the video. Anybody want to call in now is the time. I am taking calls. We spoke about Marky G. We spoke about Aunt Jonas and the police them. You know, the UK. Why? Hey, there's so much things to talk about. It's like anytime I miss one day or half a day, it's like, man, I probably need to start writing down stuff. Hey, Damn D. Shout out to Damn D POV. Man, Damn D. I think I'm gonna take your Your blueprint, man. I'm gonna start writing stuff down, man. Yeah. I'm gonna start writing stuff down because there's certain topics that, you know, I would say I react too late, but I think I just need to react to it either way, whether late or not. You know, hopefully, I have enough people out there that, you know, they value my opinions or thoughts on things enough to. Yeah, you saw the video already, but you never saw Bolo react to it. That type of vibe. That's where ultimately I would like to be. Yes? Yeah. Wow, what is this? How did this happen? Nobody wants to call in? Everybody shy today? The shyest person call me? And nobody else don't want to call me? Alright. The word is love, same way. Not gonna leave, you know. Thank you for being here. Have a good one. Alright. And please watch the playlist, ladies and gentlemen. Please watch the playlist. All I ask, watch the playlist. Alright? And let's stand with Jamaicans for justice. Today's playlist is the one I would love for you guys to watch. There's a lot of video there that a lot of my subscribers missed. Just plug in the playlist and make it play, people. Today's playlist. I literally post today's playlist and pin it in the comment section of all my videos except for my live streams. The little light, yeah. Just do the right thing. Oh, look at this. This is cute. I wanted to show this before we go.
Time come, the papers finally announced. Everybody come vote for my golden. Because for the fish, we have the because walk around district carton because for the fish, we have the because time come, we have the because
Me say that could something like baby are cute.
Time come, the papers finally announced. Everybody come vote for my golden. Because for the fish, we have the because walk around district carton because
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Morning.
Yeah, morning. Respect the boss. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, my box up.
But you would have better they would have.
Just assign in a number first, but that's it. I'm just saying.
Oh. Alright, so call me back on WhatsApp now.
Alright.
Yeah man. Watch you look girl, people. A bright pretty, you know.
Time come, the papers finally announced. Everybody come vote for my golden. Because for the fish, we have the because walk around district carton because for the fish, we have the because time come, we have the because
Nora, she is so cute. Oh my goodness. That little girl. She's sweet, man. See me can help out to Virgin. Can him say, you might lock my number. So let me can write in it. Yeah. 1876. Hey, me say me go town yesterday, no man. And you see heat at town, you know, say Africa phone them. I kid you not. Yo, this fourth experience, its first experience in Kingston, and it was not a pretty one. The level of heat that was pitching on this phone here. My God. If there's anywhere else in Jamaica that is absolutely necessary for them to have AC, Kingston is the place. You hear me? Kingston is that place.
Yes,
Tell me, General.
Man,
Yeah,
man,
Mr. Say when I take a while, so I just log in the number
yeah.
and call you.
Yes, that's me that sent up, you know.
You're good, man.
Morning again.
Yeah, man, morning again.
Yeah, my brother, I love that program, man. And I see him thing, we sit down and from last night, here Andre with it, you know, and me ask, I look on the program and I say, why, me not tell like Bolo. For me, the man that can't pass the door.
Say that again?
Nobody. For me, the man that can't pass the church door.
No, it could listen. Sure, what you want that?
No, sir. Man, the two be a face and breakfast.
Be a face spot, man.
See, you are the leader of the country. You set the trim. Everybody supposed to govern and live with. You're the law, you're the part of the process of the lawmaker of this nation. That's your time now. That's what the mandate you get. And me, as the greatest icon of the world has ever seen, your check and feel concerned, get $12.7 million US missing out of a Ponzi scheme. And I know you can speak a repetitive word to satisfy my heart and say, yeah, try to do something. And then you turn up on my father, you know. No, man.
And a word, I problem, you know. I remember saying they come out and say something first time, you know. But with the action they behind it.
That I think now. The proper word.
He say something strong, man. And Nigel Clark, they come out and say something strong. Two of them. As a matter of fact, did he say anything? Let me think back.
Thank you.
Did Andrew mention SSL at any point?
Thank you.
No, and Nigel.
Thank you.
Nigel, you're right, my boss.
Thank you.
Nigel Tubler, no.
Remember, Bolo, with no disrespect. We love some Andre Stevenson and your program, different from Rattigan and the rest of them, man. Make a talk and over them. Your Andre Stevens, we alone some, and you are the three most powerfulest social media brackets on earth. We are facts concerned. We kind of put the thing detail to detail. When you go in at the book and take out the picture and say, see it, and me say so. See it with me. That's what the people them love. Factual. It get there. So nobody can say, if you don't lie me, I tell, go and Google it for yourself. Education. Factual and education. That will bring to the table. So the people sit down at their time, listen for the command, to read on the things, listen to the things, and go do them research. That's what the country I walk apart there. You see, country not attack, then just walk the path when they say, we're not being nice to nobody, we're not quarrel with nobody.
Yeah.
We go do research, we know what is it now, when the right time come, some of them will pay a fee. And I want to know, some of them will pay a fee.
True, no,
yes,
true. I
want
to top plug there, man. You know, man is attacking.
You know, we don't got to show where the root come from, where the factual come. Your program, or you dissect your program, you know. I'm more educated and teaching you at the same time, or you put over your own.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the platform, man. Respect.
Yeah, man, because you put it in a context, and context do matters.
Try my best, you know.
Thanks. And we love that. And I love a bright, you know.
Yeah, that is the thing. That's why me really do it the way I do it, because you know you can't assume say everybody just step on your level.
Thank you.
Education. You
That's
know,
why my comment is the greatest prime minister.
a teacher teach in the way that a child can learn.
True. That's why my comment is the greatest prime minister.
Yeah.
Because him talk to the rich, then he come down to the smart one. And everybody understand.
Yeah. And it's funny, you see, Jamaica is so powerful, you know. If you really get everybody on board for a positive, productive way, the mark who left on the earth would have been phenomenal. Besides, it's just the truth, like, Jamaicans are really talented, man. Jamaicans are really talented people.
Too talented, but lack a human knowledge.
And unity.
Too talented and unity.
Yeah.
That's why they not have the unity, because the human knowledge drive away. Don't put the human thing in them. And the first and foremost, as we will say, if we just adapt one more inch of love for all of us.
Yeah.
Just one more inch.
Yeah.
You see the real greatness of Jamaica.
Yeah, true, man.
Me no want go 3 or 4, just one more inch. Me's a man to lose a son, you know. My son, 2021, you know. Drive-by shooting in a pandemic, you know. See? And the Lord said, don't hate no one. Don't feel no way. Just tell me thanks. And my pastor come to me and ask me, oh, me take it in. I'm going to tell him one thing, you know. You forgot I'm a child of God. He tell me, say, I'm all right. I'm up here with the Lord, say.
Yeah.
I know, glad me glad. I'm more than sad. But the Lord said, leave that alone to him. As we said this morning.
Yes.
Vengeance is not mine.
Not mine. Not mine, Mijana.
See there?
Not mine.
That's what the Lord tell me. Vengeance is not mine, so leave that alone. I will take care of it.
There's a difference in opinion of how Jamaican people feel approach. It's basically some people want the Jamaican people to take removing Andrew in them own hands, whether by protest or otherwise. Me just give my opinion. Me can't tell people what to do. But the way how I am viewing it, I'm saying I have a strong belief that is exactly what they want people to do. I think if they do that as Jamaicans, you're gonna play into the hands of the government holding this country hostage for next year. Marlon Mala will tell you. She's spilling beans.
Because you see the sign.
Yeah, she's spilling beans.
The Lord said for you to live right. The signs as written in the atmosphere. So read the signs and live. So you have to understand that. When the Lord protect you, see, everything will true at you, you know.
Right.
So you must read the signs, you know, as what you do. Read the signs and say them, boy, we're not going to go down that road there, because that road I will stop the progress. I go stop the progress.
Yes.
See, I cannot go down that road there.
No, can't go down that road.
See? No. Because the Lord tell what to do. So we wait for the Lord time. The Lord have a mandate, you know. Fit for happen, you know.
Yes.
So let us wait on that mandate. No care what no man want to do. Them can't change the mandate then.
That is it. That is it.
Man can reel up and build up and burn up and run up, you know.
No.
But the mandate to the Lord said is already in the written.
Don't get me wrong.
Not robot. Not robot. It's already written.
Don't get me wrong, you know. You know, there's extenuating circumstances.
Also too.
You know.
Yeah.
And you know, the same people in organizations can really organize things and stir up the wrong answers, and then, you know, it's kind of out of our control. But I'm saying, for the persons that are more conscious, just hear me say, I've said this before, Andrew Honest is a Privy Council member. The Privy Council is titled King. They are still the colonial slave masters of this area, this property, this government. if you attack their Privy Council member, they have options. They have military options. It could get ugly. You understand what I'm saying? It's like,
and I'm glad you said that word there.
Yes.
I'm glad you said that word because enough people don't understand why he chose the Privy Council.
That's one of the reasons. Protection.
Thank you.
Protection.
They think it's because he want to bow to the monarchy. He's not no bow.
He's calculated.
See, he's protecting himself.
And I think there's another aspect to it. I think that all that is happening in Jamaica, one of the unseen hand is that those people, they don't want to let go of Jamaica. They don't want Jamaica to become a real republic. They don't want to let go of this beautiful land.
But if the people want it,
yes, if the people want it, yes, they can't do anything about it because of the democratic right process, right?
Simple.
This is another reason why I'm saying for the people not to stray away from the democratic process, because if you go the violent road, this is what I see happening. Jamaica is become the type of republic that they don't want.
I guess you ever
hear them say? You ever hear them say? You never waste a crisis. You ever hear government officials say that? You ever hear them say never waste a crisis? Imagine Jamaica bursting out into Haiti.
My God.
It's a Haiti rerun that happened. Listen to me. You see what them do Haiti? I don't think people really thinking, we're not that far away, so we don't want to be the one
and then have the blood. And then have the blood sucking like we,
Virgin, we say we don't want that. Listen, there's a book called The Art of War. The Art of War, the one that wins is the one that never starts a war. You don't start a war. No war don't benefit nobody.
Never will.
The amount of damage that is done, it takes generations to recover.
The Americans prove it.
You understand what I say? So, hey man, listen. People can't say you're soft, you're a revolutionary. Hey, we're living.
Yeah.
See, the revolutionary thing to me in this time is in the pen and in the knowledge of things.
True.
You get just like what you said before about knowledge. You did say it before, knowledge.
Yeah. But look on the first thing. I remember when Sia was in power. I'm a very big man. And a demonstration of a gas was going on. And I see a vehicle drive out of Royal and shoot a young man. A policeman kill him. Fortunate for me, when the policeman come down, the person who was leaving was my friend. And he hugged me and said, "Brother, you're not supposed to aim this. You're a decent citizen. I will carry down to half a tree and let you go back home." And that is does. Protect me from any other thing. The agony the police was going to fear Royal with. Because the way I was walking and demonstrating all over Jamaica. Remember that big gas strike that going on, and remember. And I tell myself again that anyway demonstration I go on, I would never ever even look at it.
Well, I'm not gonna be. I understand your position based on your experience, but I'm not going to. And I can see where you're coming from with that, and other people will hold that perspective. But I'm not going to say all of that. The peaceful protest with JFJ. It's just that I couldn't be there where I wasn't there.
That's a different scenario.
Oh well.
Totally. If I had the time to, I would be there.
Yeah, I would have been.
I would have to be there. I see the reason why and the benefits why it is that it is not a criminal.
No, it's a structured peaceful protest. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to make us nation better of how we protect our citizens totally.
Right.
And there's not enough people that can across. See? Because I look at fat brother attack. And he not have no sense whatsoever. We can't tell anybody that. Me not bright like him, but me can't tell him. Because me have friends, we can't tell me things. Me have family, we can't tell me things. And my sister told me from 2016, when the Jamaica Labour Party come into power. And this is what enough people must know. When Ardisha announced the broadening of the tax net across every sector, which I know my sister is one of the top financial person in Jamaica. And I called her and I asked her, broaden the GC tax net across all food and supplies, what it gonna do to the country. She told me that if they do that, it will run the economy to wreck. And I see where it bear fruit and take the whole of the money for themselves. And I know the economy run right now because the money is too much in the kitty. So they name it. And then the country suffered. That is what we was afraid of. And then most people don't know, you buy a bread out of the store, you pay 3 times the amount of GCT on that bread. Because the factory bill it, put on a GC20 for the government. It come to the truckman who sell it, put on the GCT again for his markup when put on for the CS man. And they come to the shopman put on the GCT again. So every time you go plus GCT, you pay over the GCT again. And enough people do not check their goods and services. That is that going on. So instead of paying 15%, you are paying 45% on most goods in Jamaica. And that is what enough people don't check. Nobody can calculate that. None of the financial background don't calculate. So the GCT that we are paying in the country is good. But when we have to pay 3 times, it is very bad. And that causes our cost of living to rise extremely high.
Yeah. Why?
And
we have to give you 2 minutes, because we have to wrap up here now, my boss, yeah?
I'm good, man. I'm a good man. I share some things with them. I'm a good man. Have a good day, man. Have a good day, man.
Some of the may have time, man, and dialogue with the people.
Yes, sir. Me alone, so my same thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, me alone, so my same thing.
Yeah.
We are a product of the People's National Party, bred by Michael Manley. We are not. I am not a PMP. I'm a comrade built by Michael Manley.
Yes.
I would never change. You know why? Every time the People's National Party come to power, they have to rescue Jamaica.
Well, I mean, I really see that more every day. Yo, Reggie, why market just so work for the year, man?
Remember Bolo. We know 60s youth. We know 70s youth. We know 80s youth. We know 90s youth. We know 2000 youth. See? I'm a 60s youth. I say all of them. So nobody can tell me the difference. Every politics and that rule this country.
Well, you're so young still, you're so younger than that though. So like you take care of yourself, man.
I'm on bound 56 years young.
You look a bit older than my mother still.
Yeah, I'm on about 56 years young. Good never young.
I think
I'm 69 this.
No,
I'm 69 this year.
Yeah. Yeah, my father around the same age.
And my mother have me.
Lorraine.
Bred me, not tell me about his organization. and what they do and what they don't do. And all of what people are talking on the platforms of Michael Manley from Boston and days, them are facts. Can me live them. And I hear them, I live them. So when man attack, that even Andrew Onis know the benefit of Michael Manley.
Them just need to stop it, man. Them need to stop it, man. Too much lawyer and doctor where they are right now benefit from Michael Manley. Them need to stop it, man. Free education and them something, man. Come on, man.
My mother was a teacher in German.
They need to stop it.
My mother get a teaching certificate out of Jamal by being a teacher.
Come on.
But you should have enough a person to go the teaching to extent.
Mm-hmm. But at least she have the education and she could have used it. So it empowered her.
That and son them benefit.
Alright. You see that? Trickle down same way, brother.
I can leave one piece with you.
Mm-hmm.
Football.
Yeah.
If I did have the sense I have now, I blame myself, I don't blame nobody.
Mm-hmm.
If I did have the sense I have now, I would have won many houses in Portmore.
Yeah.
Because be the fool and gladdy I go as youth and never understand that the $50 where you hustle up on the road could have pay a mortgage and now own the house $50. $50. Remember now, the cheapest work was crash program, $25.50 per week. You eat with a brother, mama food in a yard. And you depend crash program. For the month, you make $100. You could have paid mortgage.
Of course, the money they would have struck money they tell them. What?
Thank you. So if the $50 you take out per pay the mortgage, you know still have $50 to spend to go about your business. And lot of our friends them do it, and we are say, "We're gonna buy a house." Yeah, right. So we'll buy one big mansion. And every year, the cycle change. You get dearer and dearer and dearer and dearer. Every single year. Till you grow now, if you have $40 million, $50 million, you can't live in a decent home, that's what you say. God bless my mother for big one little mansion. She passed away now. Go for her name. And left me with her one day. Thank you. And left me with her one day. And my other sister them and brother them move on to free them out. Because some of them they get from Michael and the days and move on. Yeah. 4 to 5 hours get from Michael and the days. And 4 of this house me get put on my yard back. I know me still have it. When my 70s, still on my yard back, my little lease them living night. And never them. So what am I talking about? From my 70s until now, the police hosted and zig them and rotten down. Them still there. And I sandash, the board them sandash, them are rotten down. So what am I talking about?
But right now, at this point, to Andrew the country bad and the JLP stand behind him. You don't want to see them back in the power ever, brother. Ever.
But people have to understand that every time the People's National Party build the country, remember, you know, and I lose PJ, lose not tired. PJ get tired of it.
True.
So I give somebody else a chance. See? To put the cap a little further. But them slow down the process. That's what happened, you know. When them change the button and it over, the process slow because they change the ministry. If force of the rule from 2007 would have not been in this position, because you not get a country was growth and growing. She would get a country where they have nothing. She have to burn up on her knee and beg.
Unfair to her, so she lose, man.
And people not understand that.
They understand now when it's too late. Hopefully we don't make a mistake there again.
Exactly. And listen to these greedy people sometimes, because some of them greedy bad, you know. Don't fear them, you know. Some of them greedy bad, you know. See? They will make it happen again. We only pray to God that God govern the right person, them to put in the right position. Like how here Andrea talk about the ministry, them put the right, because them there, put the right person in the right position. That when the country grow, nobody not have the time to have a two talk. Because that's what kill we all the while. We love too much two talk. You upset apple and fruit juice and vegetable on your table. And you live good. Why you gone to bulla and bread? How you reach yourself?
No, the man they really say salvage better than sitting.
Of course.
Why exact word they use?
Him say selfish is better than education for the people of the massive of Jamaica.
Selfish.
Selfish. And you have to understand the term for him say it too. See? Power struggle. Because this is a man, his cousin is 100 times brighter than him. See? So he is the one that the people them did love because he was a union worker for the people. So the people them know him. So on the ground, them love him. Because he was round the people.
So him could have given them selfish.
So you could have fooled them belly and them vote for you.
So that's why people call them hungry belly labor, right? Because for a long time when them vibes are going.
Exactly.
It's a culture.
It's a culture. Them in building at them. Because remember now, we are the transformation from slavery to humanity. See? So now slave master push you out in the wilderness, you know. And you crawl the wilderness, you know. And in the worm you see you grab to, you know. Because if you not grab a piece of worm, you know, must get any worm down the road, you know. That is what happened. Because we lack of education. We don't know nothing about reading and writing. So they could have said that and trick the people. So when Michael Manley come and reform it in the 70s and said, no man, a nation can't grow that way. Yeah. Can I say eat bulla, just eat bulla. I tell you jump over the sea, just jump over the sea. How comes? You must have an understanding of where you're going. Study. Make sure you study and understand. We never we as youth, you know, never understand, you know, we understand when we're back against the wall. Marcus Messiah talk about them think of war, this and talk about education. You're not gonna know yourself till you're back against the wall. So you know we know say if you're not bright and brilliant, you can't reach nowhere in a society.
But you
so
know,
everybody want.
This is such a dynamic discussion because we can go so many places with it. But
Thank you.
I really have got more to this table for two things. One, you know, I'm going to enjoy seeing Damien Crawford be the Minister of Education. I am really going to enjoy it because that man is going to move some mountains. He's going to show up this administration that is presently here with what they did with education, the amount of money that is unaccounted for, allegedly stolen, and then the performances of the children. You know, we can't wait for that for see him in an element because I'm very, very passionate about education. The other thing with education is I think when we assess this government, you know, in their performance education wise, I mean, how can you be a government and left any stones unturned to make sure so you invest in the greatest resource in our country, the actual people them that live there? Why wouldn't you want to have an educated class of people? A class of people that can increase their, you know, standard of life. Why wouldn't you put your focus on that? These people put more money into a failed healthcare system and beefing up the police force. And that was never do.
The Jamaica Labour Party has failed the people have given back wealth to the rich and famous. What they say was stolen from them in the 70s. So, and Damon Crawford is a well-bred, rounded gentleman by his mother. His mother is a very, 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 very great educator. Ask anybody in the Northwest St. Andrew how great Mrs. Crawford is. Anybody will go marvelous school. Tell about Mrs. Crawford. And until you see Damon asking about his father, Mrs. Crawford, and where she teach, and oh, marvelly, what them said dirty and corrupted and gun violence, how much youth she teach, how much people anyway. A great educator now, where she bring out of Marvel school. Damon Crawford walking a Marvel, him can't stand up on the ground, everybody gonna lift him up. That's how.
Wow.
God, because we know him from a little baby boy, I come to Marvel school with his mother. See, so you have to understand the context where people come from.
Yeah.
See, he was born to be an educator.
Yeah.
Because his mother is a role model of that educated system.
It's truly the antidote to poverty, boy.
Thank you. And the injection that you take care, my brother.
Yeah. Respect.
All right. Thank you too.
Bless up.
Yeah.
A little bit of history lesson there. I didn't know that. That was a wholesome conversation. Thanks to the gentleman for calling in. With respect to the elder and the comrade and Sassy and all my moderators. Lorraine, Sassy 81, I saw her pass through earlier. Abina. Everybody, the word is love. And Isabel Rose, at R5 Press, Talk Your Mind TV. The word is love. It's a lonesome, mystic sensation, aromatic TV, Partner Jar TV, Jamaica Hot Topic. Everybody, all like good. Flag of them out there stand for righteousness. Sulfur. Holy love, my brother. Say me I say, the word is love, man. Respect. Talk to you later. Well, not so later, cause trust me. Me I move and groove, me have some movements to go make, but we're not gonna see me back live in the afternoon. Alright? No come